Imagine being ready for the stream and sitting in frame.
I am almost ready.
Hello everybody. Hello.
Happy
Steel.
Wednesday.
Thank you for the lurk.
Steel.
Hello Andric.
Thank you very much. And
Thank you for
Andric. All the hype. There. Now I am ready.
Hello Evie.
Evie, how are you doing?
How are you all doing? Happy Wednesday.
Okay, 1 second.
I don't know what
There
you
we
just
go.
did, but it killed the camera.
What? That wasn't me.
I don't believe you. Hello Groundhog.
That was definitely not me.
How are you doing on this?
How are you doing
Hopefully
as well?
fine Wednesday.
Are you ready for what is probably gonna be the finale of this game?
Yes, but it won't be the finale.
Why not?
We will not finish the game today.
How do you know? We have like 4 hours to get through one trial.
Yeah, not gonna happen.
How do you know?
I trust Evie.
Yeah, but taking a bit longer and 4 hours for one trial is already pretty good.
I trust Evie. Hello Kirishima, how are you doing?
Hey Kirishima, how's it
How are
going?
you guys? Work sucked.
Yeah.
And we both have a headache that is slowly going away because we took a pill like an hour ago, which is weird because usually they work faster with us. But
It's been a
slowly
long
getting
day.
better. Yes.
So I've been super looking forward to this class trial. Oh. Oh, come on.
Evie, mwah.
Like 4 hours for one class trial I think is reasonable. People finish this game in 25 hours.
Yes, but we are not people.
We can do this.
We are
can
my
do this.
favorite letter is X. Sorry, what?
How are you doing, Fodi?
Hello, Fodi. How are you?
I feel like there will be at least one more stream. Well, I am out to finish it. Like, probably not, but even so. It's the finale before the finale then? Oh, come on. Not gonna be that bad. Ooh, finally starting Danganronpa 3 today.
Nice. Hope you have a lot of fun.
I hope we can end one today.
Woke up and my right hand monitor wouldn't turn on, so I had to unmount it and swap it with my spare. No!
That sucks. Does it work now?
Why would it turn on now?
Oh, you said had to unmount it, swap it with a spare.
Yes,
Does the spare work?
but it's alive for color shit, but at least it will have chat.
Don't need that much color for chat at least. That's good.
Or like when we sometimes have someone who picked like dark purple or like dark blue as the color.
That is shit, and everything
And you
is like the same
cannot
color.
read their name in Twitch on dark mode because like,
It's this super dark blue that just blends in. Yeah, okay.
yes, like almost
enough.
black. Like,
Yeah, okay, maybe you do need a tiny bit of color.
also there's something here that is
turn this off.
reflecting and I don't know what.
It's my brightness.
That was incredibly dumb. How are you guys today? I have to say Tifa still does not know how to pronounce TH.
I'm trying.
Funniest thing is neither can I, but we've heard
No.
people pick up on it.
You did it yesterday where I could actually hear the difference once. He seriously spit on me while doing the
No, not
Really?
For everyone who's wondering what the fuck we're talking about, yesterday while hanging out in Fodi
No, that's it.
yes, in Fodi and Bev's stream after we were done with our stream, Bev brought up that she would love if Tifa knew how to properly pronounce her name.
I'm sorry.
So Tifa spent a good hour and a half until she sulkingly went to bed. How to pronounce the letters TH in the English language. Because spoilers, that's not a sound that exists in either German or Dutch. The Dutch have lots of funny words, but none that have that sound. I can't do it either. I am just apparently better at making people think.
No, you
I
did
can do it.
actually do it yesterday. Even though in most cases I just didn't hear the difference.
The thing is, I've tried it often enough that I can get close to it, like by itself. But when I speak, I just speak, and I wouldn't go to my. Oh wait, the TH is coming up. The TH is coming up.
That's what I'm doing. She felt so bad. No, she doesn't need to. I'm the one butchering her name. Do you know how I solved it with his dad? He has a name I couldn't pronounce at all. So I just gave him a new name. Now 10 years later, I still call his dad with the name I gave him.
And now he goes around introducing himself with that name to other people.
Yeah, because I gave it to him.
Yeah, it's the power of Tifa.
Well, you call him by that name too, I'm just saying.
Yeah, for you. I may be one of the most socially awkward people I have ever met, but I like to help you every now and then, shockingly.
Can I have a new name? Maybe Beth. Beth.
Bath?
No, not Bet. Bet is something else. But that's what I'm doing, Bet. You don't go Bet. Bet. I'm gonna practice.
How to English with tofu?
Beth.
Beft. Yes.
Beth.
Beth is the best.
Beth. I'm just gonna repeat it all day tomorrow. I actually did it during work a few times. I just sat there like, Beth.
That she
Like,
did
no, that
too,
doesn't
yes.
sound good. Beth.
That she did too.
Beth. No, that's definitely Beth. No, that was not a T.
I think the problem is that you can't even hear the difference. So how do you want to teach yourself?
I don't know if it just sounds a tiny bit different, but it still sounds like what I'm saying.
German has a thing where we have a and a SCH.
Yeah, like the word for milk, which is milch.
No, it's not.
Milk.
No, it's not.
Milch.
No, it's not.
It's a super awkward word.
Milch.
Milk.
It's not awkward. It's milch.
Milk. Milk.
It's milch. It's
Milk.
not milk. It's not milch. It's milch.
Milk.
Milk.
It's super awkward.
There is no in that. This is not Swiss. This is not Dutch. There is no.
You're just a little chicken. At least I can do the chicken sounds, except for the cheek.
This is how I learned to pronounce the letter G in the Dutch language.
Not MILF.
MILF? No. But the first three letters are close. It's both the right spelling and the right pronunciation, yes.
Yeah, that is true.
The last letter, no. No.
Anyway, Fodi, I am gonna practice, but I offer no guarantee. I will have to apologize for the future for just absolutely butchering it.
Tifa is not good with other languages.
Excuse me?
Please.
I still speak more languages than you at this current stand.
At this current stand, which is the most natural way to make my point, not at this point in time or
Yeah,
currently.
but you are catching up because
At
you're
this
Dutch
current
stand.
Yes, I love what you're doing at your current stand. Just totally note the most awkward way I've ever heard someone say that.
Come complain to me when you speak more.
Amazing.
Oh, thank you, Fodi. I love you guys. Who is Tommy W?
Tommy Wiseau. Where have you been for the past weeks?
Who's that?
You're tearing me apart, Tofu. She still doesn't get it.
Yeah, I thought it was. I had like a streamer or something in my mind.
I hope Tommy Wiseau never streams.
Start the game. I've got a trial to finish.
Oh, you do, huh? I forgot this is a you stream.
I have to know if we are right.
My favorite letter is U.
Oh, The Sims is on sale again.
amazing. No you, Fody. No you, Andric. I still haven't seen that movie. I've seen lots of clips though. You probably have seen all the good parts. The movie is...
I don't think I ever watched the movie.
I have. I regret that. I would have been just as fine watching the clips. But I can say I have watched the movie.
Fair enough, that is already true.
Thank you for confirming that it's true. You know when you just have to say something to react and you just say things and then you realize, wait.
You're tearing me apart, Beth. Beth.
Beth.
Beth. Beth.
Anyway, that
Beth.
reminds me.
Beth.
Yesterday, Fody's advice to us was put your tongue against your teeth and then exhale. This is what happens when I try that.
That caused like a massive spit bomb yesterday.
This is when I'm lucky. If I do it wrong, then the following happens. And that's not good for me.
Beth.
So I think I'm doing it wrong, but why is this happening?
Because pronunciation. It's very hard.
Cursed stream. Why is this happening? Beth, true.
Yes, it's all Beth's fault.
Technically, this is all on Beth. You can thank her later.
Beth told me she wouldn't be friends anymore if I don't learn how to pronounce her name, basically. So that's what I'm doing. Also, I hear...
Yes, someone is calling me. I don't know why.
Okay.
What do I usually put in my header text when we play Danganronpa? Oh yeah, Danganronpa.
Thinking Beth.
How about you learn the TH first? How about you go practice while I'm trying to set this up? You call this learning? No.
I'm practicing.
She's screaming, hey, no I didn't. Yes, you did, Beth.
No, she didn't.
No, you didn't.
You know I love you. I think I'm gonna dream about you for a week now after saying your name all fucking day.
And there would be nothing wrong with that. She knows. She's laughing. That makes me very happy.
Yes. A laughing Beth is the best Beth. Beth.
Would you say that Beth is laughing?
No. You go away.
What if I could? No.
Okay, I am totally ready to find out who the mastermind is. We better learn that in the first half. Setting up. Are we gonna find out?
There we go. This overlay is giving me a headache. There we go.
Not me.
Was that a fucking horror reference? No.
I'm not sure if we know what that is. Look at all the save states.
Wait, actually it could be because I don't know the name of that movie. I only know that clip from a very old episode of Equals 3.
Wait, that's from Equals 3?
The opening scene of a movie horror. Then yes it is. That is a reference to that movie. Yes, Equals 3.
I don't recall that in there.
Well, I'm not gonna go through the whole thing right now because if you know, you know.
Fair enough.
I will tell you later off screen.
The past 2 nights, my dreams involve Danganronpa characters. Don't know what I dreamt last night, but I remember they were there. Yeah, I'd rather not dream about them.
Welcome, Groundhog, to your dreams. Tofu has been having the weirdest dreams. The other day she woke up I had a nightmare that I bought the wrong pudding powder. Like over here, pudding is sold as a powder. You just throw it into milk, add some sugar, boil it, it becomes pudding. And
what if I could? Bitch.
It turned out she bought the wrong.
I do know that one. Yeah, that was super weird because we bought that pudding like last week. And the dream started off really weird because I had like my own spider and then I had like this blondie, which is one of the biggest spider stars.
Not the opposite of a brownie.
I put them in this terrarium and then this random dude told me that they needed a bigger one. So we had one basically as big as this room, but it had like a hole to the outside, which led to a lake and some super creepy animals came in and they basically ate my spider. So I came into like a massacre of spiders and that somehow resulted in me learning that I bought the wrong brand of vanilla pudding. I don't know how that worked.
You take forever telling stories.
Yeah, but I got to the point. It's a difference.
Took way too long. Andric, yes, that is exactly what I was referencing.
Oh, but shit, but I know that.
No idea what you're talking about, but you reminded me of a play called "'Tis a Pity She's a Whore." I don't know, but maybe the movie is based on the play.
Well, now that I know the other thing, like, why don't you stick it up your own asshole? Maybe I know that too.
I need more Tifa's dreams every day. I think that's bound to happen.
Like, I haven't had dreams in months, or at least, like, not remembering them, but lately I'm having very livid dreams. And then I wake up in the morning like, oh yeah, shit, true.
I'm gonna go with Evie on this one. What I'm hearing is Tifa has started taking LSD.
To be honest, I think this is still side effects from that moldy cake I ate.
Yeah.
Like, it all started after the moldy cake.
I think that mold was actually cultures for magic mushrooms.
Like, that turned into magic mushrooms.
Ever since you ate that, you have had dreams, no?
Yeah.
As in dreams you recall.
Very vivid ones. Sleeping bad too. It has to be the moldy cake.
Okay, that's then not what the movie is based on, take it, because the play is from the 1600s and it's literally about incest. No, no, that is, I believe that is not the plot of that movie.
To be honest, I would have already watched it because of the name.
When you started that sentence, I was afraid of what you were ending up with, but...
What did you think I was going to say?
Not stuff I'm going to repeat on stream. No.
Fine. Okay, yeah, we are definitely not going to make this in one stream. Are you guys ready for the finale? Half the finale, maybe. Okay.
We are at what we presume to be the final class trial. We have been told by Monokuma that we get to all live if we can solve all the remaining mysteries surrounding the school. I have no idea whether, well, we have found all the clues, otherwise the class trial wouldn't have started now. And we're about to head down and see if we can uncover the mastermind.
I still feel like we're missing clues though, but we're going with Junko as the mastermind together with... What's her name again? Ikusuba.
Mukuro Ikusaba, the 16 students of Hope's Peak Academy lying somewhere in wait.
With here.
Be aware of her.
Junko was actually that person who got shot after they probably had like an argument. So Junko faked her own death, then Ikusaba basically.
Okay, while she's busy talking gibberish, my idea for how this is gonna get resolved. Somehow Junko and Mukuro Ikusaba work together. Mukuro pretended to be Junko because they have the same vitals.
Probably sisters.
Probably something. Thank you, Groundhog.
It's the name I hear the most in this thing and it doesn't stick. Maybe
Mukuro
because
Ikusaba?
maybe because I hear it too much.
So my idea is that it is actually Mukuro that died after pretending to be Junko. And that Junko is behind all of this, because why the fuck would she have been brought up as a character otherwise?
To die.
No.
So, but that's what we're going for.
How is that we? That is my plan. My idea.
No, it wasn't. You got it from my thing. You based it all off of my idea.
You know what that makes you?
Makes you a thief.
A thief.
Stick it up your own ass.
I performed scenes from it for class in college. Okay. Whatever works.
Well, it can't be that bad then.
Yes, it can be. It depends on what scenes you perform.
I guess that is true.
Started making my way toward the opening. Step after step toward that gaping maw. I'd resolved that this would be the last time. I repeated to myself that there was no fear, no mystery left. Pushed that anxiety down, calmed my trembling body. And finally, on steady legs,
off we go.
Passed the threshold and stood in the elevator.
Threshold. See, I can say that.
It's not a trash hold.
Threshold.
No, it is. Beth, what did you do? You are a trash hold.
Threshold.
Not threshold. I can see you trying really hard. That's the worst part about this. I can see your struggle.
I stick to my foreigner, right? Without, see?
Without warning, it began to descend. Deeper and deeper. Deeper, deeper, deeper still.
Fucking hell.
Really? Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper. Cheap.
At this point, they're just taking the piss. Oh, I only see now. Look at the elevator thingies. It's like a bear. See? Just not a Monokuma bear. No, I'm just saying.
Fuck, now I see it too.
Yeah, you have like
She's
the little
talking
ears here.
About the control panel on the left that is right in front of Hina.
Exactly.
It looks a bit like a polar bear if you squint hard enough.
It definitely does look like that.
I swear, if Naegi says deeper again. Deeper and deeper it fell.
He wasn't done with his line yet.
You're welcome. I closed my eyes and sight fell away. All sound, too, disappeared. Alone in the universe, I waited for the elevator doors to open for the last time. What could have been seconds or centuries later, I felt the gentle vibration of the elevator come to an end. Slowly opened my eyes.
I feel like Makoto can be so desperate. Or desperate. Not desperate. So...
despairful?
Yeah, that is true.
It's just after Shakespeare died, so it's still that old English style. Also, basically everyone dies in the end.
Oh,
It sounds like Shakespeare to me. We staged it so the end was just most of us laying on the floor playing dead. I died first, had to lay there for a while. That would have been my part in any play I would have been in.
I played a tree once.
You do strike me as a good tree. Yeah, I'm not shocked. This is the final trial site.
What do you think? Isn't it just a perfect background for deciding a person's fate?
Beth, can you please fix what you have done to Tifa? Please. She is overthinking every word.
It goes automatically now. I can't help it.
Tifa, ultimate tree.
I am the ultimate tree.
Her new name shall be Treefa.
I played a cloud once. I've only played tree thingies in like actual plays. One was a tree. One was a male tango dancer because we were one male short and no one else from the girls wanted to be a guy.
Male, not mill, what she said.
I said male. No. You did it. And a Eskimo selling hot chocolate and pea soup.
PEA soup?
I'm done talking to you.
With you, I feel like I need to ask. It's Dutch, so she feels so bad.
She doesn't need to.
To be honest, you don't do anything to her that she isn't doing to herself. So. You're tearing me apart, Tifa.
Treefa.
Don't you mean Treefa?
So does Groundhog now get changed into Cloudhawk? Skyhawk.
So, you're done with your line?
Yes, I'm done.
And you understand that it's about a person's fate, right?
Yeah, that's what I said. It's the long-awaited last stage, the always exciting final boss battle.
I'm trying so hard not to crack up. No! No Cloudhawk?
Skyhawk. And I'm gonna sit in on this one. I'll just sit right here in the vacant 16th seat.
You got through the TH.
Would you shut up and keep clicking?
I cannot not see it anymore.
Chills, kills!
Well then, let's begin.
Is there gonna be yet another new gameplay function in here?
So far, we've had one everywhere.
Also,
We didn't get any.
Eevee, Groundhog, Kirishima, if you remember by any chance. I don't know when you played the first Danganronpa. Is there a point of no return from which we cannot save the game anymore? Because if there is, and if you are around for that, it would be cool if you can give me a shout.
Quite sure
No.
Evie said last time that you can always save.
No, there was like... Unless you mean the credits. Yeah, no. If we're at the credits, I'm gonna stay here for another 10 minutes or however long they take to sit through that. That's fine. No, perfect.
If we even get there.
Bacon! How are you doing?
Bacon, how are you?
How is your vacation going?
Yes. Are you already in the land of cheese bread, aka Georgia? It was the drowsy chaperon and Zambo were mates until we were clouds in the finale.
Not bad. I fly out tonight. Oh yeah, it was an overnight flight you said, about 3 hours.
Nice.
Are you done packing? Do you need to get going? I'm at the work, right? Meow.
I don't think Bacon's going anywhere now.
Wow. Maybe you could be packing while... No, you actually work physically at work, so...
Okay, I think we got everything. Mostly done packing. Nice. All ready for the vacation. Finish.
Monokuma said that the body had old wounds,
Yes,
which
which were
we-
Juno's wounds.
which we now
Junkos.
believe are the cause of her death. It was a head wound and the knife stabbed through the body that was old. We've checked the places.
Why do we need
There's-
to go through this now? It's
I'm
gonna...
just checking that we remember everything before we get screwed over by not remembering something.
But I remember.
You remember.
I actually do.
All right, this is gonna be a shit show, but I'm gonna blame it on her. Stickers have arrived. Nice.
Yes. Super awesome. How are they?
Got a few things to grab after work, and then I'll head to the airport. I hope work will go through quietly and swiftly.
What he said.
Are you
Finish
all ready
early.
for the final class trial?
Start it.
Always.
Since this will be the final class trial, I've come up with a special rule.
Right before that. Beautiful, so well done, not too big, not too small, and the hollow foil looks sick. I'm glad that you said before that you're talking about stickers, given the clip you made us all watch yesterday. But
It's not one of the purchases with the wine glasses.
Apparently not. But I'm very happy that it turned out great.
Yeah, I am super happy as well. That's awesome. Glad they're finally there.
It's not too big, but also not too small. It seems pretty medium.
Do they also come in blue or pink?
I think you can do that, yes. Now, let's get into this trial.
So listen up. If you can figure out Mukuro's killer and go on to solve the mystery of this school, you guys win. But if you can't, then I win. And of course, waiting for the loser is the super exciting, super
Are you saying that if you lose, you'll execute yourself?
Yep, sure will.
Okay.
Really?
Also, does this trial have like 2 different endings as well? Because I definitely want to see the group execution if they put it in.
I do remember that people told us that the good ending, bad ending was earlier, which we both saw. Oh, well, we saw the bad ending happen. Then it was the nightmare scenario where we all had a kid with Hina.
Yeah, but I was hoping they would have something like that, but only
There's only one
ending.
ending, yes.
I was afraid I'm gonna make all the alts and win all of the stickers.
No. We're not going to.
No.
Hello, I'm back now with sound. Andric, welcome back.
Welcome back.
I hope work is going well, now that you can hear us say it.
Now you can hear Monokuma's beautiful voice. Beautiful.
Or as Tifa would like to say, beautiful. Hope you guys win something during the birthday bash. Hopefully. We will see.
And that's final? No loopholes? No wiggling out of it later?
Of course not. Bears never go back on their word.
As if Monokuma never tried to screw us over.
Mind all that. I just have one question for you.
Oh, you're taking this serious, huh? Are you feeling okay?
I hate to do this, but I gotta shower. I'll be back. Groundhog,
Enjoy your shower. Thanks for lurking.
Enjoy your shower.
I hate the shower too.
Mastermind? Only one
No.
person?
I just never get out.
Don't bother. I already know the answer. You're all the mastermind, aren't you? You're allowed to get me.
Here we go.
I was thinking, should I get alcohol for this stream to celebrate it being like the final class trial? Now I wish I had.
Aren't I? I knew it.
I actually thought he was gonna accuse us right from the beginning.
Well, he did.
Yeah, but not only us. Group photo, places.
You guys have all been working together, haven't you? I have evidence, so I know I'm right.
Hey, you stole my line. You're all out to get me. I'm sure of it. I have evidence of my own.
I wonder what hint they got.
I too have evidence to present. Evidence that proves everyone other than me has been working together.
What? Wait, hold on. This doesn't make any sense. How can the 3 of us each have that kind of evidence?
I don't think it's... There's nothing you can shoot at.
Wait.
It's one of the things we have.
All 3 of them think that everyone around them is their enemy. There's no doubt this is a trap, Monokuma said. He set it up so we would suspect each other. And I have something that proves it.
You guys have all been working together.
I'm guessing the group photo because that was the hint we got.
Hey, you stole my line.
It has to be one of these 3 things. I just don't know how the group photo does that, but...
Well, they all have evidence. The only evidence Monokuma at least gave to all of us was the group photo.
Evidence that proves
Oh yeah, true. It refutes that the 3 of them got it because we got it too. Yeah, no. I believe I begin to understand. Yeah.
You're welcome.
No, that's wrong.
It's not just you 3. I have evidence too.
What? You too?
The evidence you're all referring to is this group photo, right?
We took it along.
Oh,
Yeah?
let me guess. And in the other photos, they are the ones missing. So
Oh, that-
they are the one who took the picture.
That could be. We're gonna find out. Oh, yeah.
But mine's different. With the picture you have, I'm in it. But that can't be right. Because in my picture,
I love the shots with Monokuma just standing next to it. Once again, you don't see Junko's face.
No. True.
Also, how the fuck is Sakura behind?
Could be a relay race.
But they're not holding...
Actually, this race doesn't make any sense because Sakura's in the same lane as Makoto, but whatever.
Oh, she's coming for them.
In an hour, I'll have to go for a little while. Let's see where we are in the game run. But I don't think you guys will get that far in my absence. I doubt that too. I doubt. And then we actually just breeze through the game like super smooth sailing.
And all of a sudden, the end.
Speed record. No. The good stuff will still be waiting for me.
You were gonna be gone for like half an hour roughly, you know? There's probably not that much, you know? Especially if it is gonna be in 2 streams.
Yes. I think we can make that work. I don't think you'll miss too much.
We can also take like a break in between.
I figured as much, in which case...
You have a picture too, right? Let's see it.
Okay, but be careful with it. It's pretty important evidence.
This guy. Ooh, donuts.
Again, Junko not showing her face.
Who is that dude? The one laying behind Kyoko.
Really look at the hair.
Oh wait, I thought it was a hat. Never mind.
That's Mondo,
Yeah, it's Mondo
without the shaved sides.
Yeah, I see it now. I didn't see the hair on the desk. Thought it was like a weird hat.
This one too. It's just like I thought.
So the secret in these pictures has been revealed.
Secret or whatever, I don't care. You guys are all in on this together. That's why I'm the only one missing.
But you're in my picture. You're the ones trying to trick me.
So the whole purpose behind these photos was to get us questioning and fighting with each other. The Mastermind laid a trap to make us each think everyone else was working against us.
Again.
I laid a trap?
Huh?
What? Did I do that?
A trap?
What grounds do you have for such audacious accusations?
Proof I need to reveal Monokuma's trap. Each photo has a certain something in common. There's a connection regarding what person isn't shown in the group photos. And that person is... well, Monokuma, but...
I would also go for that one, I think.
In each case, the only one not in the picture is the person who received it.
Well, we're not in any of them.
This is breaking my brain because 2 answers were correct technically, but who counts?
So, in the picture I got, I'm the only one missing.
Oh no, wait, he was in this one there.
Yeah.
Never mind.
She's the only one missing. And in the picture Hero got, he's the only one missing.
As long as we're talking about it, I suppose I should show you my photo as well.
Yes, bring it.
Oh, you can!
Person wasn't included.
I wanted to look more at the details of that picture.
It looked quite great.
It did.
Saw a picture. Just assumed everyone else was the enemy?
Figured it out, huh?
Yeah, I thought that must be it. But how was that a hint?
But you know, there might be more to this than just Monokuma trying to confuse us. There's something else that bothers me about everyone's pictures. What is it? What's digging at me?
Junko.
Photo one more time.
Yep.
It's not directly connected to what we're talking about, but I'd like to double check something.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, I don't mind.
Sure, there's something unusual about these group photos. What is it? I need to compare each one of them one more time.
This one is just great, I'm sorry.
I have her Celeste, like with the sports ones, just stands there in the distance like...
Yep. Toko's also just standing there. Kyoko still wearing gloves.
And Junko is getting splashed in the face with water, so you can't see hers.
Wait, was Tingy holding a phone?
It looked like it.
In the
Or
water.
something else. Also, wait, no, Mondo has had long hair the whole time. I was thinking we didn't see the back of his head, but...
You just saw it better now.
Hero's picture. And mine.
Well, Junko stands out the most in all of them. Actually, Sakura stands out the most in all of them, but let's go for Junko.
Something strange about all of them. Something I can't quite pin down. Something... Please let me point it out.
Can you just forget about the photo already?
You're the one that started with it.
It was such an obviously fake photo. I'm still pissed about that.
And on top of that, they went to all that trouble to make it look like we were wearing matching uniforms.
So you think they're fake? No. I assure you, they're quite real.
But what are you talking about? There's no way.
Yeah, I don't remember ever taking a picture like that. So it's gotta be a fake. I'm sure of it.
Amnesia is a bitch.
Now we come with the tape.
Can you really be so sure?
Huh?
Don't get me wrong. I don't remember taking this picture either. But
Imagine like one day realizing like a whole year of your memories have been erased.
Yeah,
That's
that must suck.
rough. Fuck that goddamn bear. That's right. That should be the like subtitle or like the second title of the game.
Danganronpa. Fuck that goddamn bear.
Are you guys Makoto? Yes.
Yes, we are.
Makoto Naegi is the main character.
It is us.
is that really enough to be absolutely positive they're fake?
And he's even slower than us on figuring things out.
But in these class trials, most of them voice themselves, so we don't have that much text here.
The reason I don't remember this picture isn't necessarily because it's fake. There might be some other reason, some terrible reason. An unbelievable but entirely horrifying reason.
But we still don't know how we lost our memory.
I like that I've watched the majority of the story and have zero clue what is going on. Could it be? Wait, I have to do it in order.
Yes, you never learn.
An M would be cool game. It's not like I'm on a timer.
Well, to sum it all up, we're
Shit's
the main
fucked.
dude, we're stuck with several other
I cannot pause this,
classmates.
so...
Let's say that somehow we'd all lost our memories. That could explain it, couldn't it?
And someone's trying to kill us off.
Holy, slow!
Holy
Thank
shit,
you
slow.
for the raid!
It's a slow
Yeah.
raid.
Slow dance for the slow raid.
Oh yeah.
Holy shit, thank you all. Slow dancing.
Thank you so much for the raid slow.
Mega slow raid incoming. Hello everybody, how was your stream slow?
How
What
did the
you
rest of the
play?
stream go?
What did you play? What did you play? Thank you very much for the follow.
I forgot the name of the game. It wasn't
Wow.
something I played myself.
Was it Mega Man Legends?
No, it wasn't. It was
Crazy puzzles. Woohoo.
It was something else.
Brave Fencer Musashi. Oh.
Yes, that's exactly what I was thinking of.
I have never played that game. I keep seeing that it's like an old gem kind of thing, but I haven't played it myself.
No, it looked like a lot of fun actually.
This stream is always cheerful because it's sunny side up. We're trying, but thank you.
So thank you so much for the raid. I hope you sleep well. Lavi, sleep well as well. The thingy you made for the slow pleasure was super adorable. I'll show you later. It was.
But I will check it out. Thank you so much.
It was way too cute.
Go get some sleep, man. Hello, everybody.
It was absolutely adorable. It matched perfectly.
I didn't
Remind
get to
me
sleep because I
after
was
this-
working, but that's what VODs are for. You want some hand stuff too?
So it's perfect to watch while working.
Yeah, if you can watch and work at the same time. I fully agree. I don't. So
Yeah, it is hard to combine.
Bye.
Have an awesome night. Hope you sleep well. Thank you so much for the raid, and I will see you soon again.
What she said. I thought it first, she said it first.
Thank you so much, and have a great night.
Yes. Couldn't think of a witty egg joke that I debated whether to poach one from
That one is excellent.
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 That one cracks me up. I can barely stand on these buns. Yes. Our jokes are horrible. I haven't added any in like a year.
That is true. They are quite old. If you eat a couple of Kinder eggs whole, you'll be full of surprises.
Yes, the Dutch wisdom is also great. Hello everybody, for those of you that haven't been here before, Jack and Tifa. We are currently playing Danganronpa, which is not really a kid-friendly game, I would say. And we are in the last class trial. You missed about 70 hours of us playing, but it's an amazing game. Can definitely recommend.
Sort of like a detective.
Yes, we're all
game
high school
at this
students
point,
who are really good at
where
something.
you need to survive.
And we are stuck in the school in some like Saw type scenario. Some psychopath wants to murder us all.
Also, Kenneth, I'm sorry I missed it, but thank you so much for the follow. Much appreciated.
Wow.
What?
I said thank you. I appreciate that. Is Kinder Egg the American one where the toy is in a separate compartment and Kinder Surprise is the chocolate egg shell with a toy inside? I don't know. Over here, Kinder Egg and Kinder Surprise are the same thing. We are based in Germany.
Yeah, I think Kinder Egg is banned in America, actually.
I believe so too, but...
It's like this little plastic ball with chocolate around it, shaped like an egg, and in the thingy is a tiny, shitty surprise.
Wow. Wow.
They were never any good.
There are people buying those just to get them all. Like for decades.
Sorry. Like, I love the chocolate, so I bought them for that, but the toys in it were...
Kinder Egg is banned. Americans are too stupid to not eat the toys. Fun and ethical.
Yeah, I always find it funny, all the stuff that is allowed in America.
Isn't over here.
Like Mountain Dew and stuff.
Mountain Dew.
But then a Kinder Egg is banned.
Oh, it's because inedible items are illegal to put inside food. Okay, yeah, I mean...
Okay, yeah, that is fair enough.
That kind of makes sense. But over here
I knew it had to do with it being like dangerous if you accidentally eat that thing, but...
Yeah, I never heard of anyone eating the whole egg with a toy capsule inside. So, I mean, it's...
That is true.
It's
I wonder if that's happened before.
Yeah, probably. That's why this rule exists. You know? You usually don't make laws before something goes wrong.
Could be pre-safety, but I don't think it might be in Kinder Egg. Who knows what this law came from? Could have been something else.
Look it up. We can
And
learn
not
something.
every law makes sense. Like, did you know that the UK has a law where it's illegal to have a donkey in a bathtub during a flood?
Makes sense.
I know, right? Speaks for itself. Like, not every law makes sense, I'm just saying.
Free country, you've never met Americans from the South. Yes, we have.
I'm
We
sure
have.
because I keep forgetting which state is where.
We've met a couple people from the South.
Is Texas in the South?
Yes, it's the southernmost state.
See? Hey, look, then I know people from Southern America.
In a country that requires warning labels for everything, I'm not surprised that America would ban Kinder Surprises. I guess. It's a slow raid. Yes, it is.
Ninja!
Hello, Plur Ninja.
How are you doing? I don't
Hope
even
you're
know if I
doing
asked
well.
how's everyone doing. I feel like so rude.
I hope you all have had an amazing week so far, but it only gets better or even better from here on out.
Yes. No, but I can understand like all the warning labels and everything. Like, you see people do stuff where I'm like, really? Do they need to make a label for that? And then someone actually
Yes.
does it. And then you're like, oh yeah, that's what the label is
I'm
for.
sorry, but if people complain that the hot coffee they bought is or has been made with boiling water, then yeah, you gotta put labels on that to,
Yeah.
well, save people from themselves, I guess, because...
I hope you guys at least have Kinder chocolate there, because the Kinder chocolate's really nice. No? I really like the ones where they sell it in the little bars. Those are really nice.
Now I remember what the Kinder Egg variant that is allowed in America. It's the Kinder Joy.
Kinder Joy.
So I guess where the toy and the chocolate are separate.
Kinder
Quick
Joy.
looking
Let
up.
me quickly Google that.
But yeah, you can't really... with these, it's pretty obvious that you shouldn't eat the whole damn thing.
Yeah, I'm guessing... Come on, load picture. I'm guessing it comes with it.
Yeah, like one side is like these chocolate snacks with like these wafer balls, and the other side is the toy.
Oh, that's a
Makes
good way
sense.
to solve it, actually. Oh, that looks even tastier. It's filled. That is nice.
Kinder Eggs and Kinder Surprise is the same product. Now I want to eat chocolate.
That is a smart way of doing it. Like, it's especially shitty if like your egg started to melt and then you have to get the thingy out with chocolate all over it, and then it's all slippery when you turn it over.
Good thing if you notice that you can just put it in the fridge for a bit, wait for the chocolate to harden up, and then you take that
Where's
off.
the patience for that?
I never had anything from Kinder. Bacon, I can recommend it. If it
It's nice
tastes the
chocolate.
same as it does over here in Europe, then their chocolate is pretty tasty if you ask me. I can recommend it.
It's really nice. Can definitely recommend. It is not bad at all.
Yeah. It's not like artisanal chocolate, but it's pretty good for what it is.
Yeah, it's a bit sweeter too.
Yeah.
Very milky.
This is the law that prohibits Kinder Eggs. The Federal Food, Drug and Cosmetic Act prohibits confectionery products that contain a non-nutritive object, unless the non-nutritive object has functional value.
Well, we can talk about the toy having a functional value.
I think functional value to consume the product.
I know.
Like with Capri Sun, where you have a straw that is attached to the package.
But that's not inside. But yeah,
You get my point though, right?
I know what you're trying to say. No, but
We'll
it's
have to try
definitely
sometime.
worth a try.
Can recommend, definitely. The toy has a functional value.
You've been listening too much to Despair.
Loving the puns.
It's rubbing off on you.
I grew up with Kinder Eggs. I loved them. Yes, same.
Yep, it's really sentimental value. Even though I still stick to I like the bars more. Basically, it's the chocolate, but then in these little breakable blocks. Just because it's easier and more.
Yeah, pretty much.
Like, I never got into the toy thingies.
Its functional value is surprising unsuspecting kids. I don't know, but even when I was very little and I couldn't read yet, like when people told me that there was something inside of it, I think the only times I've ever bitten into this yellow capsule that inside of it was on purpose. To open it, because it got stuck.
I can understand how you bite into it if you don't know it's in it, but they do make it quite clear it's in it.
I mean, it's a good thing that this way kids don't choke on that stuff, because that's a good thing. But I don't think I could even swallow that. Like, I'm the
it's a
kind of
bit big for
person
that.
that if I have to take a pill, I have a hard time swallowing it, even if it's a small one. But
Oh, actually, someone has choked on a Kinder Egg before.
yeah, I mean, it's bound to happen if you put something in food.
One girl in France actually choked on it in 2016.
That's a shame. It's legal in Canada and Mexico, so you can get caught by Border Patrol for smuggling them in.
That's also the only case I can find where that actually happened.
Yeah, I agree. It is quite a big thing to be choking on. Like, I would not be able to even get close to swallowing that. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, kids.
Kinder Eggs in the UK should still be buyable.
I think so, yeah.
Like, for as far as I know, they're only banned in the US. But Then again, I never paid attention in the UK if they had them here.
My favorite letter is chocolate.
Yeah, I haven't had one in years, by the way.
That's what she said. Oh, bacon. Oh, bacon. All of what you guys just said is applicable. And you are welcome. Maybe we did it on purpose. Could we be playing 4-dimensional chess with everything we're saying to set up jokes like that?
No.
You could have seemed like a smart person there for a moment.
I think it's too late for that.
Then again, no one would buy that. It's quite large to choke on. Like I said, I wouldn't be able to swallow that.
I haven't had a Kinder Egg in 5 years.
Same.
Yeah, I think it's the same for us as well. Maybe when we go shopping tomorrow, I'll go buy one.
I've had a couple of other products, but not one of the eggs. They're only banned in the US and Chile. Okay. I wouldn't be able to swallow that. Wonderful sentence. One I've said many times in my life because my father is an amazing cook, and that was sarcasm. He once tried to make a curry, and the two main ingredients, spice-wise, for the curry were cayenne pepper and curry powder. And
that works.
He misread the instructions. Instead of adding 2 tablespoons of curry powder and 2 teaspoons of cayenne pepper to the pot, he flipped it around. And it was
Spicy.
really hot. Tasty, but too hot for any of us to eat. So the next time he did it, we told him, can you please this time not mess up the ingredients? And then he did it again, this time on purpose, because it was funny to see our faces the last time.
That's such a waste of food.
Yes.
I hope he at least ate it.
No, he didn't, because it was too hot.
Oh, that is a shame.
Yeah.
Like-
Not a great moment.
No, not really. Okay, let's see where we were here.
Back to Danganronpa?
Yes. Okay, so now we are trying to explain how we lost our memories, and I have no clue how we lost them.
Drugs. How was those 2 tablespoons of cayenne pepper? Bad. I don't do well with very hot food. I don't mind some spice, but there is very easily too much for me. That was one of those moments.
Bacon, thanks for hanging, and have an awesome rest of the day at work. If we don't speak to you again, have a safe trip and lots of fun in Georgia.
I have to work with her so that when we say goodbye, we both can say things, because once again, what she said. Happy working and good flight and stuff.
And how about I only say like half and then you can say the other half?
Are we gonna finish each other's sentences?
The MCA.
There were calls to ban them in the UK, but the government defended against it. Okay, many other products with toys with small parts are available in the marketplace. That is true. If we were to start banning every product that could be swallowed by a child, there would be very few toys left in the market.
That is very true,
That is,
actually.
I understand what they're saying, but generally toys are not sold inside of food items. But
Yeah, but it's caused by
Yeah.
the small item.
yeah, true, I guess. But
Actually, my mom usually just did like, took off the chocolate, gave me that, and then gave me the toy.
it never occurred to me to try to fit the whole egg in my mouth.
Well, what can we say? It's chocolate, one might try.
Welcome to My Favorite Letter is X.
Oh, I get it. So we all just lost our memories at the same time and forgot about the photo.
Makes sense.
At least he believes that. Like,
Yeah, this seems like something he would...
I would also have a hard time swallowing this piece of information.
As if.
do.
To believe such an unbelievable occult type story?
We all lost our memories? That's just crazy.
No, it's not.
It's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. What's this game about? We were originally 16 high school students, all with a special talent or ability, something we were really good at, the ultimate at something, like ultimate programmer, ultimate martial artists. And we all came to this school, which is one of the elite schools in Japan. And then suddenly we were all trapped in here, and then if you have seen the Saw movies, it was kind of like that. We are trapped in here for the rest of our lives, unless someone murders another student and gets away with it. As in, we have to go through a trial, and if they don't get found guilty, they get to leave, but everyone else gets executed. So slowly but surely we have whittled it down to the last 5 of us, and Monokuma, who is being that bear you saw, who's being controlled by the Mastermind, who is behind all of this, presumably. Now we're right at the ending of the game, so if you think about playing this yourself, if you care about the story, you might actually not want to watch or listen now, because spoilers.
Yeah.
Just a warning.
It's a really good game, can recommend, but we played it without spoilers at all.
Yeah.
And I think that made it much better, because it is a visual novel where you basically have to figure out who and how they died by getting through clues. And if you already know who died and what's gonna happen...
Yeah, spoilers, people will die regardless of what you do.
Yeah. Like, it's still fun, but I think it's better if you don't know.
If you like Game of Thrones and you like or don't mind visual novels and you like detective kind of games, I think this is for you. It has an amazing soundtrack, really amazing. Gameplay is pretty good. The story is interesting, has a lot of twists. But yeah, like we said, definitely it is better if you don't get spoiled.
It was worth playing it. There's like 4 games in total. This is like the end of the first one.
3 and a side game. Yes. I like food. Who doesn't?
Food is good. Food is the best.
Jack loves Game of Thrones. The last season is something he relives daily. Yes.
If you get him started on it, yes.
Jack does love Game of Thrones. All 7 seasons of it. Shame they never finished the story.
Imagine finishing a show.
What can you do? You have one of the biggest franchises in the world, but then you just don't do an ending season. I mean, it's only natural that they wouldn't believe it. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice.
Riggs, thanks for the
Riggs,
lurk.
thank you for the lurk.
Appreciate it.
Hello to Colorado. Tell me how you feel about Khaleesi. Man, I really wonder if she could have claimed the Iron Throne at the end of the story. Shame we never learned that. I really think, after all we've seen her do, it would have been amazing if we would have stuck with her. She is not like her ancestors. You know, where she has these like bloodthirsty murderous traits.
Yeah, but it's based by the flip of a coin, basically. You either go nuts or you don't.
That is true, and you can totally do that at a moment's notice, even though the last 10 years of your life have been the complete opposite, solidifying that you are not like them. But
all in all, I thought she was pretty badass though. Like, the actress who plays her is amazing, especially after everything she went through during filming. She put down a solid
Did she have
character.
2 or 3 brain aneurysms?
I believe just one, but
No,
it
it
took
was
her
2.
a while to recover.
It was at least 2. I keep forgetting if it's 2 or 3.
That I'm not sure, but can find out.
Also, I feel like a douchebag. I forgot her name. She was also in a bunch of other stuff after Game of Thrones blew up. Emilia Clarke.
Emilia Clarke, that was it. 2.
Emilia Clarke is an amazing person. But yeah, it's a shame we never happened to Khaleesi. Looking at you, Firefly. Didn't they... Oh, yeah, no, that got cancelled. Like, completely unresolved, no? Didn't they make a movie or something later? That tried to wrap it all up? Am I thinking of the wrong franchise?
Firefly?
Yeah,
What's that?
a show. It was a show that didn't get an ending. How do you feel about George R. R. Martin working on the prequels now instead of the final books? I completely understand
Absolute bullshit.
As a
How do
fan
you
of
understand that? He's just going where the money is now. Just finish the book. He has plenty of fans waiting for that book.
As a fan of his work, I completely understand. Oh, sorry, no.
You can read the books.
As a fellow human being, I completely understand being popular and then making it big and then taking that ball and running with it. I completely understand that.
This is the Netflix approach.
As someone who would like to actually get some closure to this very wild ride of, how long has it been since the first book? 15 years? 20? A long time.
A long time.
I would find it absolutely amazing if he could do what he said he would do and actually finish the story.
I believe it's gonna end with a ghostwriter finishing that book.
As much as I would love for him to be able to finish this series, I don't think he will.
I don't even know what his reason is.
I think he will unfortunately pass away while working on this because it's just taking so damn long. And then a ghostwriter will pick it up. 1991. That's 30 years, Foley. It's been 30 years, man.
1991, best year. Hell yeah.
Tifa is not turning 20 this year, she's turning 30. Math is hard, yes, it is. They did make Serenity the follow-up movie to Firefly, but damn it, good show, cancelled when it was trying to build up to something amazing. Just like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, it's a shame when you're watching something really good and then they cancel it. Speaking of really good, we watched the first episode of Invincible earlier. It's called Invincible, right?
Yes, we watched the first episode earlier when we were having dinner. And
pretty unexpected.
We were saying, but like, oh yeah, this seems pretty cool. This is like kind of wholesome, like father, like no spoilers.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. Like father-son bonding moment. Okay, yeah, cool. When the credits come, oh look, there's an after-credit scene. Oh, this is really neat. They're establishing the characters, and then, holy fuck, what am I watching?
Like, I started with, okay, I like My Hero Academia better so far, actually, but now I see where they go completely different ways.
Yes, I do like though that just like My Hero Academia, there are some things where you go, yeah, that makes sense. Like, not really spoilers, but technically yes. Two characters are discussing an attack on the White House. And one character brings up, oh, but it was an attack on the White House. The other character retorts with, yeah, but they rebuild that thing like every 2 years now. Like, this isn't the first time. And then you think to yourself, yeah, that would make sense. If that would be the world we live in, we would all get used to it. Like, we would be desensitized to superheroes and all of that.
Yep.
Love the Merman guy, yes.
Looking forward to the next episode, at least.
Yes. Yes, he's just chilling underwater. He's
being bored.
Yes.
Poor dude. Thank God something to do. I felt kind of bad for him though.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
And then that's how that turned out. Yeah.
That is my cable.
Fucking fish ain't got shit to say to me. Yes. Fish can be assholes apparently.
Yeah, but it was pretty good.
Yeah.
Look forward to the rest.
I don't know how they go with the rest of the show. Great Hydro recommend. We need to thank him too. They also go into that kind of stuff a bit with The Boys. I haven't read the comics, but I have seen season 1 and season 2 on Amazon. Where, like, for the longest time when you had like comic books and like superhero stories, like there was one special person and then the rest of the world was normal, like average, like you expected. And then like these types of comic books and stuff come out and they go, yeah, but like what if, like, think this through. Like there has to be There has to be repercussions. There has to be laws. There has to be companies behind this. And it makes sense.
Yeah,
Like, it
that is
works.
true. Just like in our case, there has to be companies and thingies behind it.
In Danganronpa?
Oh, you actually had it to just chatting.
Yes.
That is very fair.
Yeah. Like,
I see how we're gonna need a second stream for the finale.
which is fine, but yeah. I pulled you to chat mode. Why are you sorry?
No, you're not sorry. I just
What are you
wondered
being
why you
sorry
swapped
for?
the overlay, but then I saw we were in just chatting.
Stop making people feel self-conscious about having fun. Blame it on her. No, there's nothing to be sorry about. If we didn't want to talk about it, we wouldn't.
Good point. Good point.
Yes. But yeah, Invincible can definitely recommend.
So far, yeah. But we are only at episode 1, so I'm looking forward to the rest.
Only watched the first episode of that season.
I hate myself for having fun.
Yeah, damn, I hate hanging out and talking with friends. Shut up, Tofu.
No, it's horrible.
Why do you suck so much sometimes?
Do you guys have anywhere else to be?
That's a comment specifically reserved for Rix.
Well, Rix is lurking. You
That's
might still
true.
hear.
I have somewhere else to lurk. I hate myself for my fun.
That's a slap.
Wait, who gets slapped and why?
You.
Why? What did I do?
Everything.
How about you go try to practice your TH?
Go.
That's a slap or chop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go read your line.
But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. Wow, wow. What? Again. Brutality, Jack. My favorite letter is chop. Actually, that's more like a punch. Oh.
That one was a bit harder. I wanted it to be.
The problem is that you did it just underneath where the camera cuts off, so people don't see what exactly you punch. It was my belly. It's also why you could probably hear that.
The one ab, it jiggled.
Yeah, the ab. The ab. We got the info. That's where Beth drops me too. The ab. The keg.
Yeah, it's like the best chopping space.
Don't hit the microphone. There's plenty of target to hit, so. But no matter how much they refuse, if that's the absolute truth, they have no choice. We start to sound like Kyoko.
That is true.
We can't move forward until they accept it. And there's another way to prove it besides those pictures.
What did we have to prove by now? The memory loss?
Yeah,
Okay.
the videos. Has to be videos.
The interview DVD.
Yo Mo! Oh my
Yo,
god, it's another
Mo!
raid! Hello everybody!
How are you doing?
How are you doing? Let me pause this for a second.
Oh, yeah, you
Hello
can
everybody.
actually pause it in this.
Hello Yomo. How was your stream?
Was very happy for the voice cracking today.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I don't know if you say congratulations for that, but congratulations.
Happy voice cracks. I guess that's a good thing. Yeah.
I think that's a good thing.
Does the timer for this pause after we've gone through this once?
I don't know, but we are
Yes, it does. Great.
20
Stream
minutes.
was small, but voice did crack a few times. I'm a drink to that. Enjoy your voice cracking.
How is your day going so far?
Just vibed in Outer Worlds. How close are you to finishing that game?
It looked like a fun game.
It's basically Fallout in space, which is not a bad thing.
Yeah, but it looked like fun.
Yeah.
I'm not really a Fallout guy, but still. Even still.
Ah, my back. So how many voice cracks did you achieve? I only saw the one happening.
If that's something that makes you uncomfortable while we're talking about this, by the way, just let us know. We're just very happy.
But I figure you're counting them, so it's a good thing.
I would probably count them too.
Brace, brace, brace. You hear that, right?
Brace.
Isn't it brace? The day is fine. It's hot here, but fine. How is it hot everywhere else but here? We basically just went back to winter. We've had snow today
super
again.
Weird. Yeah, not that much so.
Going out to my favorite play street in an hour or so day is gonna be great.
Oh, nice. Yes. What are you gonna have?
And it's fine, I like being here to educate. Yeah. My
Always
favorite
open
letter
for it.
is educate.
What are you gonna have for dinner?
Gonna be 80 degrees today. I don't know what that is in a real temperature. Let me check that.
Probably warm.
That is... Holy fuck! How?
That's a lot. Like, that is basically like my limit. After that, I do not want to be outside.
In a real temperature, yes. Fahrenheit is made up. It's a Japanese place and it's freaking amazing. That's... Now I can't talk anymore.
Beef soup. What, did I do it?
No, but...
No. Never mind.
Just no.
Here, I thought I did.
Best soups, best sushi, amazing. Nice. It's getting 85 here. How? How? Didn't some of you have snow like 3 weeks ago?
So, we had snow here this week and we also had like what? That's 70 Fahrenheit or something? 75?
Fahrenheit?
Fahrenheit.
Yeah, we did have that for 3 days.
Yeah, and then the day after we also had snow. So it doesn't matter if there was snow or not.
Here's something you might not know about Germany. The temperature and the weather here in general depends entirely on which direction the wind blows from.
And Russia.
So if the wind over Europe changes, so does not the climate, but the weather and the temperature here. For example, if we get a lot of wind from the northeast, it comes from Siberia. Shit gets cold. If it comes from the south, towards Africa...
Evie, take care of yourself. Take it easy.
Yes.
Take care of yourself.
Take care, and we will be here.
I hope you feel a bit better later, and hope to see you then again.
What she said. Wind coming from the south means it's getting warmer because warm winds are coming over from Africa and closer to the equator. So yes, it is normal here.
Imagine someone caring about that.
For temperature to change over the course of a few weeks if the wind changes, which, given that the climate changes keeps happening
You already lost me a while ago, right?
I know I went over here.
No, I get what you're saying, but...
Global warming is a myth. Totally.
Yes, it is.
Totally.
It is not a thing.
That's why we had snow once in the last 4 years. Where we had it basically pretty much every year when I was a kid. That, and it's humid, so it feels like 90, which is close. And we never get snow. Global Science 101 with Jack. My favorite letter is weather report.
No, he is right. Like, when the wind comes from Russia, it can be freezing cold here.
What was the coldest we've had? Wait.
Like minus 20, I think it was. Minus 25. Like, that was not nice.
The coldest ever recorded here was minus 25.5 Fahrenheit. And I was there for that.
That was a few years ago, yeah.
Yes, I was there for that.
God, that was so not nice. Like too cold, too warm. It's never good.
It feels like 32.22 degrees Celsius to you guys, putting it in rest of world terms. Yes!
Yes, thank you.
Thank you for using real numbers. Thank you.
No, I can't stand
that
temperatures
Fahrenheit
like
is-
that. I have to be one of like the few half Arabians that can't stand heat.
No, there's plenty of people that don't like certain types of weather, but it's real numbers here, sir. You measure distance in feet. Why? Like,
Because a king decided it.
yeah, and like how are you a country that became its own country after overthrowing the tyranny of the crown, and then go, yeah, we're gonna keep the measurements. We're like, we keep the feet and the imperial
It's a
system.
bit hard to change that at that point. I can understand that.
Because we do. I didn't decide this. Yes, you.
It's your
I
fault.
know you didn't. Just saying, I don't get why the US stuck with that. Michigan coldest temperature ever, 51 degrees below zero, minus 46.
Yeah, that's like, no thank you. Staying inside with a hot chocolate.
When we hit that back then, minus 25 or whatever it was, I forgot already. Like before you get out, you take an hour to put on like scarves and coats and stuff, and you go wherever it is you need to go, hating yourself, being miserable the entire way because of all the stuff you're wearing.
Wondering
when you get
why you're
there,
working.
You take an hour taking everything off. Commuting was really fun because outside you're dying from the cold. In public transport, the heating is on, so you die from the heat, and you go outside again to fun.
That is the worst. If it's cold and then it's super hot inside, and then you go out in the cold again.
Yes. I don't like that.
Nope, me neither.
In the southern part of yes, so we don't get very cold. We do get super hot though. Yeah, I would not be able to do that.
Like, I don't think I could stand the Texas heat, for example.
Like, I would love to visit Texas once and then leave.
I'm like a day trip. Have a Texas barbecue.
You don't do Texas in one day. You do remember that the USA, while a country, is the size
but you
of
can
a
still
continent.
visit a place in Texas and then leave. You've still been there.
Let's discuss this in detail when we ever get around to planning a trip.
That sounds like a good plan.
Texas is huge!
In 2 years, we're gonna plan a trip.
Hopefully, at some point.
That Corona has to be over.
40 gold redeem Jackson rants about the weather for 100,000 yokes. Only
Could do a whole weather stream then.
No, I would only do that if I can like educate all over her face.
Not really. You can't tell me much new.
Basically everything I say. It's a different issue altogether.
I'll just zone out.
Community funded X cross-country US trip when? I would never ask people to fund a trip for me unless it is directly related to work. We will get there eventually at some point.
That would
Won't
be
have
really
to cost
cool.
you a cent.
Like, US was never really that high on my plan to go list. Like, I wanted to go to like Australia first, New Zealand, maybe Japan. But I think we gotta move America up.
One day.
One day.
South Carolina, highest recorded temp 111 Fahrenheit. Also known as almost 44 fucking degrees. Yeah, no, I stay inside.
Not nice. Not nice at all.
I stay inside, lay down,
Just
and
don't
wait.
move.
and wait for the summer to pass.
Time to finish the
Time
game.
to finish the game. Unlikely,
Yeah, very
but
unlikely.
we're trying real hard.
Like, I had good hopes that we would get towards the end of the game, but in the 90 minutes, we did like 2 minutes of gameplay.
5. Let's be honest. About 5 minutes of game time. Hello Shrift, how are you doing? Happy Wednesday.
How
Question
are
of
you
the
doing,
day.
Shrift?
What is your zodiac signs? Pisces. Or fishes, as we would say in Germany.
I don't know how to pronounce it. Sagittarius?
Sagittarius.
Sagittarius. That.
Which I know the word for, but I don't remember what that translates to as the actual sign. Like I know the word Sagittarius, I know it's a zodiac sign, but let me look up what a Sagittarius is. Oh!
In Dutch it's just boogschutter.
Marksman.
Boogschieter.
I'm a Libra. I drink to that, I guess? I don't really know much about zodiac signs.
Team Sagittarius.
Sagittarius here as well.
Yeah. Are you
Today's
gonna
going
predict
great.
our future?
Scorpio high. Nice. So first of all, 112 Fahrenheit with 100% humidity, highest ever in Michigan. No. No.
No, I seriously can't deal with that.
I would leave. Team SAG. I don't know how I feel about the team name for you, but whatever works for you guys. I mean, enjoy.
I'll take it.
Enjoy being in Team SAG.
Also getting up every day at 5 a.m. But I understand why you do it, because getting back into a habit like that after all this time at home is really hard. Like, I'm gonna have a really hard time adapting again.
I try to make humor, I know it's bad. Oh, it was funny to me.
I'm part of that team, don't worry.
I can actually imagine like the sweaters and stuff, like a team. Team SAG. Could work, could work. Could work. Leo, kitty cat man, meow. That's not bad. My dad is a Leo, I believe. That's like
I don't know anything of my
August,
other family.
Actually, no. He is a virgin. I think that's the English.
I can imagine. But I know you're here, so...
I am living proof that he isn't, but...
His dad actually likes to make the joke a lot how he made Jack.
Not virgin, Virgo. Thank you, dictionary. Virgo, not virgin. Sorry, I was looking up the translation at the same time.
Wait, why are we distracting them? Because, to quote Fody, this is the way.
Yes. This is why we take over 70 hours to finish Danganronpa. Wow, your dad is a virgin. You would believe that if you ever met him. But then there was that one winter where it was cold in Michigan when it was on Mars. Holy shit.
Now I'm quite happy with how the temperature is now, and I wish it would just stay like that. Yeah. Very happy with it.
You're tearing me apart, Jack. It's okay.
No, that ain't good. What's that Rainbow said about Nigerians?
Do I want to know?
I'm not sure.
I think I missed something.
I kind of want to know though.
Jack, funny man, you would be super funny man if you finished the game. Eventually we will.
We definitely will finish the game.
Eventually we will.
Gotta go, family time before going out. See you guys soon. Good luck actually playing the game. Well, I'm not allowed to say everything, so now
you don't want to know.
Too.
That's perfectly fine. We will get in on the joke at some point, I think. Say hi to everybody. Have an amazing time. Hope the food is going to be just as amazing as you hope it is. And see you
enjoy
later.
the restaurant. Thank you so much again for the raid, and see you soon again.
Yes.
You know what I could have? Indian.
I could always have Indian food.
Yeah. Our favorite Indian place burned down.
Yes.
We ordered from like 2 different places now, and they're just not as good. Like, it was okay, but they don't even come close to...
Bye, Yomo.
our level. Bye, love you, Yomo. Have fun today, and speak to you soon. Which I guess is a good cue to finish this round before maybe taking a short break.
We could do that. There must be more evidence than those pictures that we all lost our memories.
Imagine Evie coming back and we're still at the same point.
She's coming back and we're exactly at the screen where she left us.
I promise you, I haven't lost my memory.
Yes, you have.
Ever since I got to this school, I remember everything that's happened.
Do you remember this?
That's wrong.
Those photos aren't the only things that point to the possibility of memory loss.
Okay, thank you, Andrik. That is incredibly unfortunate.
Sometimes autocorrect is a bitch. Like it does that.
That is technology fucking with you, hardcore. Like, wow. Okay, yeah. Good to know. I will never misuse this information. Apparently Mega's character on GTA has turned into a meth head, so I'm gonna check that out for a minute. Gonna lurk. Thank you for the lurk.
Thank you for the lurk. History class gave us a pop quiz, but instead of a quiz it was a DBQ, which is an essay where we need to write using evidence from documents provided. But she said we can't quote it. But don't you need to... Oh wait, you just can't quote it. You still need to give proof.
Yes. You need to refer to it, I take it. You need to refer to the evidence you have been provided with.
Yeah, I was thinking of the referral quote thingies.
Have fun. Hello, Mega.
The Mega has been summoned. So you made a meth head?
I'm not quite sure how you're here when 40 is watching you, but I'm happy to have you. So
Mega's not streaming.
You have fun too.
Mega never streams at this time.
Apparently, Mega's character on GTA has turned into meth head, so I'm going to go check that out for a minute.
He's watching the VOD or a clip.
I don't know.
Yes, Mega doesn't stream at this time. He's working.
How do I know that?
See, he's watching the VOD. I'm working.
Well, happy working.
Ribbit. I'm Detective Frog, bitch.
Well.
Have you ever seen Mega online at this time?
No, but maybe he has days off too.
How's work coming along,
I hope
Mega?
you have an amazing Wednesday, Mega. These are cute. No, you are cute.
You.
Showed my little brother Danganronpa characters and he thinks Hifumi is one of the killers. If only he knew. Well, technically, spoilers, he ain't wrong.
Well, yet. Even though I would not have expected that of Hifumi, though.
I did.
Sticking to that.
I did. After that the first interaction he had with Celeste, yes, I saw that coming a mile away.
At that point, yeah, but before that? Like the moment he started fighting over the AI.
It's good, I need a vacation. When is your next vacation?
Do you have a next one planned? Vacations are important.
When you said spoilers for a second, I thought I spoiled what happened. I had a heart attack.
Yeah.
Sorry, no. No, when, like, we have a history of Tifa just blabbing and just completely ruining things for people.
I only did that once.
We have a history with
and
that.
no one caught up on it.
So, when I say something that could be a spoiler for people that don't know, I try to give them a... So, spoiler. No, you didn't do anything.
No, you didn't.
This DVD does the same thing.
You're not gonna show us something indecent, are you?
Toko!
Of course we are.
It's nothing like that. It's a video of all of us being interviewed by the Hope's Peak Academy headmaster.
When you say all of us, you mean...
I mean all of us, including you.
I wonder if they actually show that.
Never did any kind of interview?
Like, how are you gonna convince them that that's on the CD? Otherwise, you can just go like, I have the CD, it was this person.
I was gonna say we could just go to the AV room to check the DVD, but Monokuma sabotaged that, so it doesn't work anymore, so we can't. I guess we just have to take our word for it, which is great evidence.
Yeah, but sometimes with evidence, we just go like, I have seen this, or I have this, and then it's all like, oh, okay. We believe you.
from a logic standpoint, just plug it into the TV. But we don't have a DVD anymore.
But we have the DVD.
No, we don't.
Just the thingy wasn't working anymore. He even just showed the DVD. He has the DVD in his hand.
So how did we get it out of a DVD player?
I don't know, maybe we pried it out. Who knows?
We destroyed school equipment to get it back.
Maybe that thing was still working, just not the connection to the TV, which means you need to plug it in.
Yeah, that would make sense. Just plug it into the TV, but
I just find it weird that every time we can just wave with something and go like, this is on
I've watched this. Yeah, I agree.
I'm not lying.
Wait, there was one case, I think it was the second case, where we actually all together left and watched something. So
yeah, we checked the body of... I'm not sure who it was anymore.
I don't remember. But technically, yes. I guess they don't do it to skip us the headache
Chihiro, I
of
think.
having to go.
Chihiro to confirm that he was a boy.
True. You'll have to go check Chihiro. Yes, that's what it was. I mean, Monokuma said no breaking down locked doors, but no, not to destroying school property.
Yeah.
True.
And he did do it himself, so...
No, it's not a lie. Just watch the DVD and you'll see for yourself.
Oh, never mind. We were complaining too early. So we do have something here to...
Oh wait, she did give us the DVD.
Yeah, and then we watched it,
true.
and then it...
We got it now because I was like, how does she know? Because she gave it to us.
What are you saying?
I didn't imagine you would remember.
It's not about whether or not I remember. You expect me to believe all this? That I lost my memory somehow?
Well, we don't have any way to refute it, so we have no choice but to accept it as reality.
It's a tough one to swallow.
We're talking about living, breathing amnesia here!
To be honest, I have something else on my mind right now.
Something else?
You said the DVD contains recordings of us being interviewed by the headmaster, right? What were the interviews about?
The headmaster sat each of us down, one at a time, and asked us the same question. He asked us if we could accept the idea of spending the rest of our lives in this school.
What kind of question is that?
And how did we answer?
We'd say no, obviously.
Actually, we all said we could. Even me. I heard myself say yes. I could spend the rest of my life at this school.
Am I the only one who finds it a bit weird that the Makoto in the flashbacks we have seen seems to have a very different demeanor compared to the Makoto we are playing?
He seems very serious, I guess.
Yeah.
But we also only saw a few moments. Like, we don't know what they discussed before this.
True, plus we don't know what we forgot.
Exactly.
Why? Why would you say yes to something like that?
Depending on the school, I would take it.
Remember a thing.
The same goes for everyone else. Nobody remembers. You don't remember choosing to live here forever, or even talking to the headmaster about it at all.
It doesn't matter if I remember or not. Even if I bought the whole amnesia thing, the idea that I would want to live here forever?
I want to hear your answer right before you find out all the answers. Who is the mastermind? Who is the headmaster? What was the tragedy?
Well, the headmaster is Thingy or Kyoko's father. The mastermind is Junko, who is in it together with Ikusaba. Junko in the beginning was actually Ikusaba, we think, pretending to be Junko. They probably got into some kind of fight, got killed off. Then later the body was sort of like swapped around, I suppose. So the one alive currently is still Junko, and it was actually Ikusaba's body that was laying there pretending to be Junko. Like, it sounds a bit weird, but that's our theory so far. And when it comes to organization behind it, I'm still thinking Fenrir, because it's the only organization we have heard of so far, and there's no proof of anything else.
I still think Fenrir is just a red herring to make us think there's a group behind this, but it has nothing to do with this. The tragedy, I still think
It's probably Kusaba that went nuts.
someone close to Junko got killed, and that broke her. As in that like completely changed her view on the world to be able to do all of this.
Or like the reasoning.
Yeah, that's the motivation, to get back to people, to make them feel just as much despair as she had to like experience.
I'm still not so sure about that. I would say Ikusaba is behind the tragedy at least, because like what, 8 people died in that classroom? I'm guessing she just flipped, maybe PTSD or something, I don't know. That would be too easy for this game, I suppose. But I would say she was the reason for the tragedy. And that somehow turned into her and Junko, who are probably sisters, because they have the same body, face, whatever. Guessing twins. Who knows?
Secret twins.
I just don't get how that led to this.
Or the short version, because I keep getting reminded that my stories are too long. Junko lost someone, and that broke her.
Well, it could definitely be. I just don't know.
Let's find out.
Like, we haven't had any proof for that yet.
Thank you for your time. No, thank you for being here.
Insane! How can I believe that?
Insane or not, we can't move forward until you accept it. Am I right?
It's a bit far-fetched, but it's the only thing that makes sense so far.
Ha! See?
What?
Shocker!
I know it sounds absurd, but if it's the truth, there's nothing we can do about it.
Indeed. We only have one path in front of us.
Then, really?
Yep, you all totally lost your memory at the same time.
This is all making my head hurt.
That was kind of cute there.
Normal kind of memory loss. You stole those specific memories from us, didn't you?
Oopsie, you figured that part out too, huh?
Okay, now it's getting interesting.
Of course.
Yeah.
There's no way we would all just happen to get amnesia at the same time.
I'm still thinking drugs.
It makes sense, but there's nothing so far that explained how this happened.
How could someone just steal our memories?
How? Come, that hardly matters right now.
Screw your answers. Just accept things.
It's like in every world where magic is a thing.
Or we opened up your skulls and messed with your brains.
They go with like, it was magic. What's the explanation? Magic. How did this happen? Well,
Magic.
Magic.
Would you really believe anything I said? How it happened doesn't matter right now.
What matters is figuring out what memories you took from us. That's what you're trying to say, right?
I knew I could count on you.
But it does matter to find out how. Like at some point it will, because maybe the procedure can be reversed.
Yeah, but I think there we're going too far.
The interview with the headmaster, taking that group photo, those can't be the only memories we lost. There must have been a purpose to it all. A reason for taking away our memories.
Of course there was a purpose. It all has to do with the original motive.
The original motive.
You mean the motive you came up with to try and get us to all kill each other?
That has something to do with the memories you stole from us?
It sure does. But that part's still a secret. Anyway, I'm sure it's not easy, but let's all focus on the close trial for the murder of Mukuro Ikusaba.
Okay, so you want us to figure out who killed her before we do anything else.
So until we do that, well, either way we have to explain every last remaining mystery. So, the one who killed Mukuro, the true mastermind, that's what we need to expose. Junko.
So who did it? Who killed her?
Whoever did it is the same one who's behind everything.
What could we choose from?
That much I'm
Actually,
sure.
show
Let's go through
after.
this first.
When you think about it, is the Mastermind really here in the school?
Of course! They have to be here somewhere.
Control center.
What makes you so sure?
Because you were
was
there. Oh my god.
There's no way the Mastermind is here.
Sometimes they can be so frustrating.
Probably a million miles away.
Good thing it still came up.
How did Hina forget about this? She was there.
Oh my god.
The Mastermind is
Welcome
somewhere
back.
within the school.
Welcome back, Groundhog. I hope your show was nice. Oh, I got distracted, but I finally shot and I'm back. Welcome back.
You didn't miss that much yet.
No, we talked about the weather for quite a bit.
Because that's what you do.
And eventually we continued.
How do you know? Did you find some evidence or something?
Oh, the hype emote is a paper bag?
Yes, it is. A pizza roll. No, the paper bags will make a comeback in our stream,
Yep.
but they are currently breaking.
And
Unfortunately.
they're loud.
And they're very loud. We found an alternative for it, which we have a solution for to bring them here, thanks to Ranger and Kelly.
But we still need to get them.
But we still need to get them, and I need to wait for an answer from Jack's work, because maybe we are gonna relocate for a short time and then we need a different address. So I
Yes.
can't order them yet.
I always thought it was a pizza roll. And it is indeed a paper bag.
Very quick backstory, we used the stream without a camera for like half a year, I think it was. And when we actually did a face reveal, we started off with the paper bags and we made it like a community goal or community point goal to take them off. So we streamed with the paper bag for a while. And then
Yes.
it just became part of it.
What she said.
In the back of the data center, I found a panel that controls Monokuma.
How does Hina not remember this? How?
I don't know.
The Mastermind must have been using that to control him all this time. So there can't be any doubt. The Mastermind has been inside the school all along.
There can't be any doubt. In which case, there also can be no doubt that the Mastermind is one of us.
What? Why?
Recall what Makoto told us Monokuma said to him earlier.
16 students and only us.
Yep. No one else stepped in.
Mastermind is in the school. We have to assume it can only be that 16th student.
How'd they manage to survive all of this?
So we're the only ones here? It's not me. I'm not the mastermind.
I don't think there's any worry about that.
Well, it's not me.
I blame Makoto.
Of course.
Why me?
How, wait, just for 1 second. How amazing would it be that it turns out that we are the mastermind? Well, not we, but Makoto is.
That would actually be awesome. Then we actually set everything up, hired someone to do all this shit, and also took our own memory. Maybe
Yes.
that is the whole plot.
Like, they could have done, like, I'm pretty sure they didn't, but imagine, like, every now and then Makoto just brings up, yeah, I'm just a bit tired. And then everybody's like, yeah, well, I didn't sleep too well either, you know, this whole situation, how could you sleep? And then it turns out that the reason he's tired is because at night he's been working on all of this stuff.
Yeah, maybe we have the ID.
Who are we again?
Were you?
I am Tofu.
Guys, it's super weird how you're the only one who survived being executed.
Oh, I get it. The only way he could have survived is if he was actually the mastermind himself, right?
Aw, nuts! You got
Monokuma's such an asshole.
Wait, what are you trying to say?
Everyone, calm down. There's no reason to panic. The Mastermind's true identity will become clear soon enough. Just as soon as we find out who killed Mukuro.
That's a good point. Rather than wasting time bickering, we should put our minds to work solving this mystery.
Yeah, well, how much time have we already spent talking about the murder?
He's right.
2 hours.
Talk about.
Can we take a short break here?
We have talked a lot about something, so we shouldn't do it anymore. I love this kind of thinking. Absolutely do. It would have been super interesting if Byakuya or Kyoko died, because then one of the Smarties would be gone. Yeah,
We are definitely not one of the Smarties.
I mean, technically, then the game could have still worked if Makoto was more, well, perceptible, I guess is the word.
No, we solved a lot of it because Kyoko did like all of the body research and hints.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Unless the character of Makoto would have been done slightly different, we would have all been screwed.
Yeah.
Basically.
We definitely would be.
Twitch?
What are you looking for?
Twitch. There we go. Alright. Short break. There we go. We will be back in, give us 3 to 4 minutes.
Yes.
BRB.
We're back.
Yes, we are.
Thank you.
And yes, thank you, Groundhog. The word I was looking for was perceptive.
Words are hard.
Yes. And all words are made up.
That is very true, actually.
I know, right?
Sometimes you say some pretty smart things.
Actually, I stole that 100% from Ranger's Hill. Just saying. I usually just like skate through life quoting people who are smarter than me.
That is a very good tactic, though.
It works.
If you want something to talk about, I think there might be one thing. We haven't fully established what Mukuro's fatal injury was.
Yeah, we were arguing that we shouldn't talk about it anymore because we've already talked about it so much.
We kind of skipped everything.
Huh? But I thought we figured that out. She died when she got hit in the back of the head.
No, that isn't actually what killed her. It was something entirely different. Wouldn't you agree, Makoto?
Mukuro's actual cause of death must have been...
The other wounds.
All of the wounds covering her body. That's what really killed her.
Hey, now hold on a second. You did read the Monokuma file, right?
Yeah, but you didn't. Her body was covered with other wounds, but these were at least several days old.
I made it pretty clear. Those wounds were made at least a few days ago.
We are back, and so are you.
Back.
Yeah. Nice.
Noche.
Yes.
Swing them warm again.
Are you going back and forth between being warm and being cold?
Yes.
Imagine if you turn on the heating a little bit.
Why should I?
To be steady warm.
This tactic works perfectly fine.
So they can't possibly be what killed her.
Consider this. What if the murder itself took place at least a few days ago?
What?
What if, when we discovered her body, she'd already been dead for several days? If that's true, then naturally the wounds that killed her would appear to be however many days old.
That doesn't make any sense.
Because it's Junko.
Because
As in Junko
those wounds before she ever
Pretender.
came here.
And this is what I thought that was implying. As in, they're just old wounds. From
No, I
some
beat
point.
you there.
How do you know that?
Isn't it obvious? She was the ultimate soldier, right? So that means...
It makes sense to think like that.
Good thing we are one of the few people that actually read her profile that says that she never got hit in battle, which is amazing.
She got stabbed. As in
She denied me
speared.
before I could even say anything.
The voice actress for Toko deserves an Oscar.
Come on. I mean, you think I'm not weird, okay? At least listen to what I have to say before you deny me.
And now we go into that battle again.
If you're so sure we're gonna deny you, why bother saying it in the first place?
Oh no, I thought it was like this denial.
Yeah, I guess being denied literally anything is her kink, but
Well, now we come with the profile, so I guess select that one already.
The ultimate soldier. She must have been in 100 different battles. So, when you think about it, obviously, she got all those wounds in back.
No.
No, Mukuro didn't suffer those wounds in battle. The file we found in the headmaster's room said as much. Despite the time she spent in battle after battle as a member of Fenrir, when she entered this school, she hadn't sustained a single injury.
To be denied so completely. Actually, it's kind of refreshing.
Hasn't she been denied for days now?
Maybe it's because of all of Master's training.
It's just...
You can be sure that Mukuro suffered all those wounds after coming to this school. In which case, they could be the very thing that killed her.
As a matter of fact, it's hard to imagine any other possibility. When examining her body, I found that her stomach and head wounds came after she was already dead.
Hence the murder of a chicken.
Because they needed blood. After a few days, there's no way the blood would still be running in the body, which means blood had to be created. And therefore the chicken had to die.
Rest in peace, chicken.
Poor chicken. Kelly!
I think we can say this with confidence.
Kelly, welcome back. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday.
It is still
Yeah.
Wednesday.
It is still Wednesday, yes.
You are very right.
I've missed you guys.
No,
we
we
have
have
missed
missed you.
No, you.
Stumbled.
Who stumbled?
I tripped over my word.
And there wasn't even a TH in it this time.
How are you doing?
Welcome back.
Are you finally having those days off you mentioned a while ago?
Days off are good.
Days off are very good. They're the best.
Mukuro sustained all over her body are what ultimately killed her.
But if that's what killed her, then does that mean she's really been dead for who knows how long?
That's exactly what it means. When we found her body in the garden, she'd already been dead for several days.
So then, what about the little matter of what happened last night?
That seemed like ages ago already.
You said you were attacked in your room by a masked assailant. If Mukuro had already been dead for several days, certainly it couldn't have been her.
I'm good. Won't have few days off until next week.
But that's
Just
close.
have a break between sessions today. Nice. I hope you make the most out of that break.
Yes, just relax, chill,
Cheer.
eat breadsticks with baby.
Yes. Eat lots of breadsticks.
That sticker picture was fucking adorable.
Attempt to eat your own weight in breadsticks. That's what I would do. I have Beth's birthday off. Nice.
Nice. I think we do too. Is that already during our vacation?
No, it's the week before.
Oh,
2 weeks
shit.
before, actually.
Well, you guys got nowhere.
Welcome back, Evie.
No, we didn't.
And no, we took our sweet time. We had plentiful talks about things such as the weather.
We've been stalling for you to come back.
We would never stall a video game on purpose.
No, that is true.
No idea
You
what
know
you're
us.
talking about. Yes,
It
we
doesn't
did.
go very fast.
We did take our time. We even put in a break.
How are you doing though?
Don't do that. Don't do what? What did I do?
No, we just didn't get very far. I think it's been like 5 minutes of actual gameplay.
Don't stall. We didn't stall. We just
No, we
fun
had
with chat.
some. We had 2 raids in between. Were talking about the weather for a while, about Game of Thrones, about not Innocent,
Invincible.
Invincible, and then from A, we went to Z.
As we do.
As we do.
Normal Wednesday for us, basically. Feeling kind of shitty, but not like there's much I can do about that now. I'm very sorry to hear that.
I hope that gets better soon.
you will get to feel better as soon as possible.
Take it easy, chillax.
Maybe watching
Open
us
passes.
fail at being good will cheer you up slightly, or at least entertain you to take your mind off.
That is very true.
So who was it that attacked you?
Finding out the mystery.
The identity of one who attacked me. I can't think of anyone else.
Not the headmaster?
No.
Was the true mastermind.
If anything, watching you might put me to sleep. A nap doesn't sound so bad.
I'm not sure if that's a compliment or not, but...
I take it as a compliment. I would even say we should get some scientists on this and see if we can have like an actual study about the medicinal usage of my favorite letter is X.
But a nap is always a good idea.
Yes.
Always.
That is true. That's true. And hey, if we help you fall asleep, I take that as an actual compliment. Being someone who falls asleep very badly or very hard.
Because having something that makes you fall asleep is good.
Yes, having something that makes me fall asleep is something I very much appreciate. So, here's to you. So, this is now a Make Evie Fall Asleep stream. Please keep it quiet.
ASMR only.
Yes, it's a sleeping stream now. Everybody go to bed. Get a nice blanket. Fuck, you must be really desperate for compliments to twist my words so much. Basically, yeah.
Compliment us, Senpai.
Compliment us. Oh.
Oh. And
Discovered Mukuro in the garden wearing the same mask. I naturally assumed she must have been the one who attacked me, but I was wrong. It wasn't her at all. It was the mastermind.
And we have nothing to back that up with, by the way.
not really, but seeing how the body was already dead, it had to be someone.
Well, it could have also been anyone else wearing that outfit. But, you know.
You know how it goes.
I'm just getting a little impatient sitting here listening. I think I'm gonna jump in. Let's start off with a nice, easy question.
Who am I?
Your assumption that I attacked Mukuro is just that, right? An assumption. You can't really know who was under that mask, can you? I mean, that's the whole point of a mask. The true identity of the masked attacker is Mukuro Ikusaba. At least, that's what I think. Do you have any evidence that might convince me otherwise?
Here we go.
Oh wait, Monokuma gets to vote too, no? He's part of the trial now.
I guess, yeah. And I'm pretty sure the climax is gonna be that we have to break Monokuma, I think. But no, there's no way Mukuro is the one that attacked me. Even if I didn't see their face. Mukuro had a very obvious Fenrir tattoo. Comparing that to the masked attacker should be obvious.
But that's also something that...
Because makeup doesn't exist, because gloves don't exist, because
Well,
your
obviously
vision...
not wearing gloves, but this is once again something where they just have to believe us. Like, we can't prove it.
Their face, right? So you can't have any idea who was under that mask. I'm telling you now, it was
Okay, that's the lie.
You're wrong. Even without seeing their face, there's another part of the attacker we can use to prove it wasn't her.
Oh? And what is this other part? Is it the right hand? Or the left hand?
Right hand.
Maybe the
Right.
right foot. Or perhaps the left foot. Or could it be the hips?
Her most noticeable feature, the tattoo that marked her membership in Fenrir. That tattoo was in a certain easy-to-spot area.
You never saw their face, right?
Not the hips. Sorry.
Who was under that mask? I'm telling you now, it was
No.
Objection.
I always wanted to break Monokuma.
Mukuro had a tattoo on her right hand, if I remember correctly. A representation of Fenrir. In other words, a wolf tattoo. But I saw the right hand of the person who attacked me. And there was no such tattoo.
Wait, that's why they made that stand so obvious.
The mask was Mukuro.
Yeah. And again, makeup doesn't exist, gloves don't exist. Being awoken by someone standing over your bed in a creepy manner in the middle of the night when you were in deep sleep, you have
You are
perfect
now
vision.
way overthinking this.
Yes, I am.
Yeah, well, okay. You got me. I guess it wasn't her. But that still doesn't prove that it was me. It could have been, you know, someone else, right?
Hiro, Toko, Hina, and I all have solid alibis for that entire night.
Yeah! We were in the gym tearing you apart, so it could have been any of us.
Okay.
Hiro, you're tearing me apart.
But what about Kyoko?
About Kyoko. It totally could have been her. Uh-oh. No snappy comeback. Did I score a bullseye?
If you insist, I don't mind showing you.
Here we go.
Show me what?
What do you think? I'll show you the one thing that proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it wasn't me.
Before anyone else could say anything. Kyoko was removing her gloves.
Your hands.
Without thinking, I let out a gasp. It was more than just a little burned skin.
Isn't it? It happened when I was first learning to be a detective. I was inexperienced.
I thought you didn't want anyone to see those scars.
If it means we get another step closer to unmasking the Mastermind, it doesn't really bother me.
Kyoko seemed to savor the words as she said them. Then she put her gloves back on.
My scars should suffice as proof.
If only they told us what exactly she did to get her hands burned that badly.
Maybe something exploded in.
Did the person who attacked you have scars like mine?
No, not at all. I'm positive.
Then this much has been made clear. There can be no doubt that the one who attacked Makoto is the true Mastermind.
Read Danganronpa Kirigiri to find out. Is that an actual thing?
Still waiting for that Sakura game.
I would read
first.
that. Yeah, I still want that. It's a real light novel?
Oh, it
Really?
actually is. Nice.
Ooh. Nice. Translation issues. No!
Yeah, that sucks. Listening to a stand-up audiobook, but it's a...
Work in progress and only has the first one out. No!
Yeah, that sucks, yeah.
I must consume more Danganronpa media after beating this game.
Well,
Eventually.
maybe by the time we're done with everything, that's also going to be done, and then...
After we're done with this game, you mean? It's possible.
This is just awful. On top of my secret being revealed, I had to look at those positively grotesque scars of yours. Sorry, did I say that out loud? I do hope I didn't hurt your feelings.
When in doubt, insult people.
Not at all. You can say whatever you want.
Sure, as long as it means pushing me farther into the corner, right? But I'm not cornered just yet. Because if you haven't noticed, the circumstances surrounding Mukuro's death are totally unknown.
No, we're not.
That's true. All we know right now is she was killed a good while before this morning.
Yes, we still don't know.
When in doubt, insult people. You know that real well, huh, Jack? I try not to go there.
On the contrary, we don't know anything other than that.
You're not going to tell us she was already dead before we arrived here or something, are you?
In that regard, you have nothing to worry about. I promise you, without a doubt, she died after our little killing game began here.
What I don't get, and what I will be very happy to learn, because I'm pretty sure the game will explain that, why is Junko doing this to us while at the same time helping us?
It's probably part of the rules. I think we are gonna find out. Quite sure there's gonna be this entire backstory thing.
Any of us knowing.
And after she died, who knows how much time went by before we found her, right? Did the culprit stash her somewhere? She couldn't have been in the garden the whole time, could she?
If she was, she would have been totally decomposed. Just like your brain.
Then she was being stored somewhere?
He just takes it.
To hide a body here. To just store it somewhere?
Do they not wonder where the other bodies are?
There's only one place. I think that's something you don't really think about. Can't think of anywhere else the body could have been
The
stored.
kitchen.
There's a fridge there too.
That is very true.
Mukuro's body was probably kept hidden in the biolab.
Biolab? You mean on the 5th floor?
That's right. It's actually set up for use as a morgue. So it's the perfect place to hide a body. And it'd keep the body preserved at the same time.
Then you're also saying the body was moved from the biolab to the garden.
And I have no doubt that that's exactly what happened. In fact, I have proof.
The proof it shows that the body was carried from the biolab to the garden. Something that made its way from the biolab to the garden.
I got it!
Easy.
Makes me so sure the body was carried.
Wonder where the tarp from the other murder came from then, but sure.
Imagine if you could just bring a tarp from another room.
The tarp that we found in the garden. When I was checking it over again, I noticed something. I noticed that some text had been stamped on one corner of the tarp.
Oh, it says biolab.
Holy cow! How'd you notice that tiny little thing?
So basically we drag every bit of evidence we have with us into this room.
Pretty much. Since clearly they don't believe us and we have to show them the physical evidence.
Yeah, because they see it now.
Mukuro's nitpicky nature seems to have surfaced with perfect timing.
This proves that the tarp originally came from the biolab. In fact, there's a whole stack of tarps just like it in there.
So when the killer moved the body to the garden, they must have grabbed a tarp to wrap it in. Then they simply left it as it was to protect against the sprinklers, and put the coat on it afterwards.
You made everything sound so amazingly consistent.
That's just a wild guess. Where's your evidence? Prove that the body was wrapped in a tarp and moved.
There is no evidence. I was simply explaining what
There's
I
evidence.
But you seem to be getting pretty worked up about it, wouldn't you say?
Worked up?
Now that the conversation has turned to the topic of the biolab, you must be getting pretty nervous. Because the key to uncovering your secret identity is hidden within that room, isn't it?
Are you talking about unmasking the Mastermind?
You see, the biolab contained an inconsistency. One so major it can't be overlooked.
An inconsistency in the biolab? Could you be talking about...
La 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 la.
Simple but oh so effective.
Oh well, just ignore him.
The background sound.
La 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 la. La 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 la.
And to pull myself together and think. The inconsistency in the biolab. Could you be talking about...
By the way, Makoto, what about that one thing?
Is he gonna do that now too?
What one thing?
Tell us about the thing.
What do you think I'm talking about? Your family.
We kind of skipped everything from season 1. Like
Season 1?
Season 1, chapter 1.
You mean the fact that we all
Like-
watched this weird clip that made us all pretty damn depressed?
Yeah, like the things about the outside world, like our family maybe dead, kidnapped, tortured.
And how we watched ours with our family being gone and like kidnapped and stuff, and then we watched Sayaka's where her band like was laying there dead or something.
I'm guessing we're now gonna have like a throwback to that.
I remember you guys saying, why hasn't this been brought up again? And I giggled knowing this moment was coming.
It would have been, it has been very weird that it hasn't been brought up, but on the other hand, it's also been a few days since that happened. Like for us, it's been months, or well,
to be honest,
a bit over a month.
This just gives me more reason to believe that the Mastermind is Junko, because clearly things that have been brought up once and then never again are still important. Like this. Groundhog?
It's nice that they bring it back though.
I understand you holding back the giggles. What?
Don't tell me you forgot about that video message. So what do you think? Are you sure your family's still okay?
Also, guy in the middle looked an awful lot like the headmaster.
Just a tiny bit different hair.
Are we Kyoko's cousin or something? Or brother? But
Why are you bringing that up now?
Your mom, your dad, your little sister. What do you think has happened to your family? Are they really as safe as you might have assumed?
Stop talking about that!
Just trying to throw us off.
He wants you to get upset.
yeah, I need to calm down. I can't let him get to me. He's just saying that because he knows we're getting close to the truth of a biolab. So if I want to shut him up, I need to expose the inconsistency and slam him with it. The inconsistency has to be that one area where the numbers just don't match up. Moment of truth. Yes, finally.
There you go.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about?
La 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 la.
Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? Better luck next time. Punishment is waiting for you. Are you sure about this? What are you even talking about? I'm not listening.
La 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 la. Oh.
No, you...
Oh.
I forgot that I have to change bullets in this one.
You just wanted to do it again.
I'm not listening.
But do you need to shoot at him anyway?
This should prove it.
It's the lights. The amount doesn't match. I told you when we were in there.
The inconsistency Kyoko's talking about is the lights.
What are you talking about? What about the lights?
Like I said before, the biolab also acts as a morgue. And as part of that, a giant refrigerator was installed in there. That's where everyone who's died is stored.
And it was set up so that when a slot had a body in it, a blue light would turn on.
In other words, if the blue light is on, that means there's a body in that slot.
But I counted up the number of blue lights that were on, including the one Mukuro was in.
Told you.
And there were only 9.
Why does that matter? You gotta give me the bite-sized version here, man.
Well, 9 lights doesn't make sense. The number of lights that should be on is...
How many died?
I got it!
10.
10 of the lights should have been on. Any other number is incredibly suspicious.
Suspicious?
Because the body was taken out.
15 students.
16 students.
5 of them are standing here. Assuming that Monokuma is a student, 10 are left.
That's simple. Just recall who's died here so far, and it should become clear.
That's right. That's the key to solving this mystery.
I'm not sure if that's the key, but...
Sayaka died first. Junko was second. Leon was third. Chihiro was fourth. Mando was fifth. Taka was sixth, when Hifumi was seventh. Celeste was eighth. Sakura was ninth. And victim number 10 was Mukuro.
So 10 people in all?
That's right. Any other number should make you immediately suspicious. But according to the lights in the biolab, only 9 people were being stored there.
You're saying a dead body just up and disappeared?
Well,
The Mastermind destroyed one of the bodies to get rid of evidence.
But if they wanted to do that, they would have destroyed Mukuro's body, since they actually killed her. And yet,
better to the plant.
Of that, yes.
Still seemed like the smarter thing to do.
Whose body disappeared?
It may very well be that none of them disappeared.
Well, if that's true, then why doesn't the body count match?
Including Monokuma's executions, there have apparently been 10 deaths, but there were only 9 bodies. That's the point I'm trying to make.
I'm completely lost. How can the number of victims be less than the number of murders?
The reason there are less bodies than murders, the explanation for more murders than victims. Why is that? What would it take for that to make sense?
The Mastermind destroyed a body.
Nope. Sorry.
I was so sure.
Killed twice?
officially, 10 murders have been committed so far. But one of the victims may have been murdered, and then murdered again.
Murdered and...
Deeper and deeper. Deeper and deeper.
No. Getting killed twice is for scrubs. Yep.
If that's the case, there could have been 10 killings, but still only 9 victims, right?
Technically, you're right, I guess. But still, something like that.
Could easily have happened. No, it is what happened.
Sounds like you're already convinced. Then can you tell us who was killed twice?
It was Mukuro, of course. Before she was killed as Mukuro Ikusaba, she was killed as someone else.
There we go.
That's why the body had to be stored in the biolab until the moment we found it in the garden.
No, that's crazy talk. She was killed as someone else? Come on! Besides, who could that someone else even have been?
All you
Nailed
have
it.
to do is look at those bodily injuries of hers, and that will become obvious.
Why didn't Monokuma just interject with, well, the reason why you only saw 9 lights being on is because one of the lights is broken.
Yeah, but that would probably also mean the thing isn't working. And it was on later.
Because Kyoko's totally delusional.
No. Make your argument.
Make
Gladly.
it.
Who is this someone else that Mukuro was killed as?
What are
Was
your
it
options?
Sayaka Maizono? Junko Enoshima? Leon Kuwata? Chihiro Fujisaki? Mando Owada? Kiyotaka Ishimaru? Hifumi Yamada?
Yes.
Celestia Lu... whatever?
Wow.
Or maybe Sakura Ogami?
Wow.
No.
It's a bit hard.
No way anyone was murdered.
Yes.
Junko, wasn't her fatal injury pretty similar to Mukuro's?
What do you mean?
Well, remember what happened to her? She was impaled by a bunch of spears, all over her body.
And Mukuro died from a number of wounds across her body. When you compare that to the stab wounds Junko suffered,
And the similarities.
Match?
Yes, and those are the only fatal injuries that match up. That explains why those two bodies are actually one and the same.
so let me see if I have this straight. Junko, or someone going by that name, was stabbed to death with multiple spears. Then her body was kept in the biolab for however long before being dragged out again. Only this time, it was presented as the corpse of one Mukuro Ikusaba.
Yep.
All matches up, right? Those wounds Junko suffered could easily be these same injuries.
It's really true? Mukuro and Junko are the same person? Wait, so then... What does it all mean?
It means that there haven't been 10 victims, but 9. Which also means that among the people we thought were dead, one is still alive.
And that's the true identity of the Mastermind?
Who is it? Who's behind all this?
We already know the answer to that. It's Mukuro. She's still alive.
How did she get to this?
Yuko's body. And made it look like she was the one who died. So Mukuro is still alive. She's gotta be.
Could have been.
Well, that was what we went to at first as well.
A little silence. Then I must be right.
Mukuro alive? One that's still alive is Mukuro?
But we already just said that.
Can
it
we
was
really believe that?
someone else?
No, there's no way. There's no way Mukuro Ikusaba is still alive. Alright.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Then she's still alive?
That's right. She made it look like Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma? Do you give up?
I don't really see what to shoot here. What were our options?
For that to be true, then that couldn't have been the body we found in the garden. Is that really possible?
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
Profile, I guess?
Then she's still alive?
Fatal injury was the stab wounds.
Junko's body was her. So the Mastermind's true identity is Mukuro.
What do you say, Monokuma?
What do we need
Just
to
not
shoot
sure.
and with what?
Well, we still have our lives. That is kind of suspicious. Why can you shoot that? Just try something, I guess.
Wait. Ha! Look what we can do. So,
Or this one, as in the unknown identity? No, that doesn't really make sense either, does it?
I don't get it.
Just try something. I'm guessing profile, but
Let's try things, I guess.
The body we found in the garden. It wasn't Mukuro.
do this one. Okay,
Okay.
let's try it.
No, the body we found in the garden was Mukuro. That's one thing we can be sure of. The body's appearance and measurements are consistent with her records.
But if she's dead, how will we watch out for her?
No.
We have been lied to by Kyoko, the ultimate detective. I don't know, Groundhog. I honestly don't know what we
This
can
is
believe in
madness.
anymore.
Absolute madness.
Right, Kyoko?
She was 5 foot 6 inches tall and weighed 97 pounds. Her vitals were 31, 21, 32.
Wasn't she 5'7"?
I don't think so.
Wait.
Be like hero and watch out for her ghost.
There,
Oh, she is
5'7".
5'7". Never mind.
Do they really have a typo in this?
Well, it could also be that this is to confirm it's not her.
Everything in her profile is consistent with that corpse.
Be like hero and watch out for her ghost.
The ghosting was great though.
Then there's the matter of the Fenrir tattoo. So there's no question it's her.
But if Mukuro's not the mastermind, then
Question? You probably know this. You can just tattoo a dead person, right?
Yeah, why not?
Because they go like, well, she has a tattoo, can't be anyone else.
Most tattoo artists actually learn tattooing on pigskin.
Yeah. So. Anyway, someone's made it look like they died, but they're actually still alive. There's only one person it could be. Hifumi. But it's Toko.
He looks kinda cute.
Here's my answer. Junko is still alive. It's the only possibility.
Are you sure about that?
Pretty sure.
I admit, since Mukuro is undoubtedly dead, Junko does seem to be the only other explanation.
It makes the repeated line even more hilarious since she was already dead.
For basically the entire game. Welcome back, Skinner. How are you doing?
She died right before our very eyes.
Hello, Skinner. How's your day been? Happy Wednesday.
But we were right so far.
Yes, we were.
Question now, what?
Nothing. I'm looking at you.
A question now is gonna be what's gonna be the reason and the why, basically.
Fun fact, Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony takes on average 40 to 50 hours. So the game is on
We can
average
triple that.
twice as long as the first Danganronpa. So we will take roughly, I assume, 200 hours.
I'm
Nice.
guessing like 150.
I'm basically famous now. Congratulations on that. Deserved.
You were always famous to us, Skinner.
Yes. You are a celebrity of my heart.
You're
Somewhere
the true captain.
here.
If Junko were still alive, the death we saw would had to have been some kind of charade. But you yourself confirmed she was dead, did you not?
Now that you mention it,
Oh yeah.
gently placed my hand on Junko's lifeless body.
Oh, even here you don't see her face, by the way.
I touched her wrist to check for a pulse, like they do in movies and stuff, but she really is dead. Wasn't anything else to say, she was gone. I did check, absolutely, and I can say for sure.
Was dead. There's no question. Junko was dead.
so the idea that she's still alive.
It must be wrong.
You're wrong. We are definitely right.
The raid was so big it didn't even trigger my auto shoutout and it broke my stream avatar.
I watched the
Nice.
VOD while working. It just didn't all fit on there.
Nice. I did not see it yet. I'm gonna check that out. That sounds absolutely amazing. I'm very happy for you.
Yeah, well, it's pretty cool though. That is awesome.
Yes. Much
It's like
deserved.
125, I think.
Was it 130 something? 140?
I'm
A
not
lot.
sure. It
A
was
lot.
a lot. That is super awesome.
All of them deserved. 154.
154.
That's what it was. Deserved. Well, yes. 126 in the raid. Yeah, but still. Total was 154. Still. That's very
They're
impressive.
big numbers, which is impressive.
Yes.
Pretty awesome.
Indeed.
I didn't know who rated you. It was Hello Jaden, I think he was. Haven't heard of him before. But he's also on at a time where we're usually in bed, so pretty cool though.
Yes. It's J official.
Oh,
I've
I was
never
close.
heard of him. Doesn't ring a bell.
I remembered the J part.
But like I said, very happy for you.
Yeah. Such a big rate is awesome.
Yes, it is.
I know you gave it your best shot, but too bad. I guess your conclusion was a dud.
You're dead.
Too bad.
This case hasn't been decided just yet.
Hmm.
Given up already. Have you, Makoto?
Second wind.
Tell them about the thing again.
Yeah, tell them about the thing.
The other thing.
No, of course not. There's no way I'd give up that easy.
That's all well and good, but how do you intend to solve the problem standing in your way? Junko absolutely died. Mukuro absolutely died.
Then both of them are dead, right? There
Oh,
can't
sorry. Didn't sleep a lot.
Chop to the leg.
I think we need to look at this from the opposite direction.
Huh? The opposite direction?
Let's assume Junko is still alive. If so, how could she have survived?
How could Junko have survived?
By being the mastermind.
I checked her. She was dead, I'm sure of it. But still, if she were alive somehow, could it be that Junko's not the one that died? It wasn't Junko, but someone else entirely?
But didn't we literally just said this a few lines ago?
Yes, we literally just made
And then
this
we
argument.
kind of went back to no, it is. Like, I'm a bit
Yes.
confused. Like, we made the argument, then didn't go into it, and kept going with
Yeah, but
no, that was this
we have
person.
to prove it. Making an argument and proving it are two different things.
Yeah, but now we go back to like, wait, what?
Maybe
No, but
she
he already
used some
said it.
sort of trick.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm just confused how we swapped. Let's still do this one, and then I say we call it a night, actually. Because tomorrow is going to be a long day.
Already?
I'm kind of tired.
Weak in a moment.
Well, Friday we got the time to finish it off.
Maybe she used some sort of trick. Another Hangman's Gambit. Here we go.
What's this?
Wait, what?
What word can you make with this?
Are you all going straight to Danganronpa 2 when you finish this next year? Undecided as of yet.
We are not sure. Maybe we'll play like a short game in between, or we go straight into it. We're not fully sure yet.
Wait, what? I'm guessing it's an E.
Does that live... Do those lives go off of our actual thingies? A, I guess? Oh, wait. Rip.
What?
Rips. Rip.
Oh, replace.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. Seriously.
It's like, what? Seriously? Wow.
A D.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Now I understand.
I did not see that at all.
Replaced.
That's it. What if she switched places with
Why
someone
didn't they go for switched?
places?
Too easy.
That's right. Before the spears could kill her, she got someone to take her place. Specifically, Mukuro Ikusaba.
Then that would make it Mukuro's corpse that showed up later.
Which is why the body's height and weight and everything match Mukuro's profile, right?
Height
take the
and
one
weight
inch.
and everything.
I don't know anything about this switching places thing, but that had to be Junko who got stabbed to death, right?
No.
Well, why?
You're saying they switched? When could they even have done that? Right when she was about to die? Like she used some kind of ninja replacement technique? Good point.
I wonder why she got killed though. Like, what's the reason?
I don't know.
Still guessing they had a fight over something, but
So maybe the whole idea is wrong.
There has to be some way. I need to figure out how to explain how they could have switched.
the moment of death.
Yes!
Two of them
There's no other way.
traces from the very beginning.
From the beginning?
Yes, from the moment we first met. If that's when they switched,
It also makes sense that she's right in the battlefield because she is the ultimate soldier. If someone would have tried to kill her,
How about y'all mix it up a bit with some Ace Attorney or some shit? Well, I'm hoping by the time we're done with this one, Frog Detective 3 is out.
that would be nice.
Because I know you love that game. Or that franchise, I should say. But
Before we even played Danganronpa, we were thinking of doing Ace Attorney.
yeah.
I think that was one of the games we discussed when we started streaming.
Yes. Then we were like, it's so much text.
Yeah,
Ace
and then it
Attorney
happened.
would take forever, wouldn't it? I think from what I've played from the Ace Attorney games, they are actually less hand-holdy than Danganronpa. Ace Attorney is on my backlog, infidel! Sorry, Skinner, no Ace Attorney.
We played 2 hours of it, I think. We never finished it.
I finished the first case by myself.
Yeah, I'm not sure why we never continued.
How dare you, infidel! So it's a battle of the infidels?
Oh, that's a good one. Can I have a battle of the infidels with Pac-Man 99?
I'm not a big fan of Pac-Man.
No, me neither, but still. I'll try it.
It's free.
then they wouldn't have had to switch at the moment of death, right?
Daring was super easy, barely an inconvenience. That's how it should be.
After all, the one we saw at that point would have already been Mukuro.
Yes.
Y'all are only allowed to stream Frog Detective 2 if Tifa wears Bok 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 cosplay every stream.
I only have a cow suit. I don't have a chicken suit.
That's true.
But then again, a cow suit would also work in Frog Detective.
We could get you a chicken outfit. You do have a nugget body type.
That is actually true.
Then you better get a chicken suit. Maybe.
We'll
Maybe.
consider it.
Hold on. So you're saying the Junko we first met
Wasn't actually Junko.
Nope.
was actually Mukuro all along?
Maybe their eye color is different.
It is, at least in the pictures.
That's why we didn't see her face probably.
Conversation with her.
People can pretend to be other people? Like they...
And have normal conversations?
Like act? Like...
Now I want a chicken suit.
Anyone else was.
But that's not true. That's completely wrong.
We never saw her handbook.
Told us her name was Junko. And we never would have known the difference. That would easily allow the two of them to switch places from the very beginning.
Wait, but Mukuro had a tattoo on the back of her hand, right? Junko never had any tattoo like that, did she?
She could have hidden it with foundation or something like that.
There we go. There's your foundation.
It likely melted away in the explosion, exposing the tattoo after the body was extinguished. Plus, there were the fake nails found on the hands of Mukuro's body. They were the same fake red nails she was wearing when we all met for the first time.
But if she really did use foundation,
Correct. Even if there was no tattoo on her hand, I couldn't say for certain it wasn't Mukuro. So I'm glad nobody noticed that glaring hole when we were trying to figure out who attacked Makoto.
Good thing y'all are dumb. Basically what Kyoko just said.
But too bad for you, Monokuma. You can't deny it anymore.
Why do they still call him Monokuma? Why not call him Junko at this point?
Because the bear is Monokuma. Don't call him as something else.
If that's true, it was quite an elaborate plan to be sure, making it look like Mukuro was Junko.
The reason such an elaborate plan was possible is because the two of them were working together.
So Mukuro, the ultimate despair, teamed up with someone like her. In other words, it would be fair to say that Junko herself was also the ultimate despair.
This feels pretty nice to be right.
Isn't it funny that the ultimate despair got killed by
One of the first.
the spare? Or spear, but you know what I was doing. Sorry for that horrible attempt at a pun.
That didn't work.
The will to fight back.
I think he's just afraid.
Afraid? What's that mean?
Afraid?
Fear is only possible where hope is possible. I only have despair, so fear is an alien concept to me.
Then why haven't you been saying anything?
Because it's a bunch of nonsense. Junko's my secret identity? As if.
Then why did you try and protect Junko's real identity?
I tried to protect her identity? When did I do that?
So he still refuses to admit it, but he can try to deceive us all he wants, it doesn't matter. Because I've already figured it out. He tried to hide Junko's identity, and not just once, but twice. The first time was during our latest investigation.
During our latest, it's probably not the control room.
In the group photo?
But that wasn't the first time. What came first? Where did Monokuma all interrupt?
Nope. Tried to keep me from seeing.
Exactly.
The
Control
video!
room came first.
The
huh?
DVD!
Oh, the next one in line probably would have been
Yeah,
either Junko or Thingy. Okay, interview DVD makes
Yeah.
sense.
of course.
I was in the AV room, watching the DVD.
Yeah, it cut off before the next one. Or the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, the DVD
Yeah.
player was turned off. Then how did we get it out?
Oopsie.
Oopsie.
Most disc players actually have a little thing where you can push like a pen
still
or
push it
something
out.
into it to slide it out.
It's been too long.
Yeah, remember physical optical media? A weird place we lived in.
You made sure I couldn't finish watching the video. And the reason you did that is because you didn't want me to see the real Junko, did you?
Oh, yeah! If everyone was in that video, of course Junko would have had to show up.
And if Mukuro saw the real Junko, it would have been totally obvious that the Junko we met was an imposter.
I didn't even realize they weren't on there. Or we didn't see them.
No, it wasn't a fluke. The Mastermind definitely orchestrated that power outage. And that's not the only time they tried to hide Junko's identity. The Mastermind tried to cover up one other piece of evidence. I've gotta reveal that.
One other piece.
Oh, well,
I guess that's gonna...
oh, I just unplugged myself.
That's not very handy. Rix is streaming again. Welcome back.
Thank you.
To
I can
Rix
only
Raid.
dance with... Wait. There. Now I can dance with both hands. Welcome everybody. Thank you for the raid. Rix, how
That
was
was your
stream?
first time streaming again, no? Since you moved.
How was the stream, man?
How did it go? How did it feel to be streaming again after moving?
How was streaming from Colorado? What did you play?
Did it feel different?
Second, but the first was like 20 minutes. Still not bad.
Oh,
a
okay,
stream
fair
is a
enough.
stream.
I didn't see this first one.
Went great until the bitrate dropped.
Yeah,
Sucks.
that sucks.
Very sorry to hear that.
Did you have a problem in the first stream as well? It's unusual to see you online so not so little. So in oh my god, I can't speak anymore. Short streams there.
Streaming off of 40 down, 3 up. Are you gonna be able to get a better connection, or is that what you are stuck with for the time being? Because the 3 megabyte upload should be able to do just under 720p, I guess. So it's not the greatest quality, but still. Beth has destroyed Tifa's ability to talk.
My power to speak has been taken from me.
Tifa is actually her own worst enemy when it comes to her ability to speak. Beth just reminded her of her having that effect on herself. Monday they're coming to install 100 down, 10 up.
Nice.
Glad to hear that.
That is much better.
It runs 720p 60 fps at 3500 bitrate, but not stable, sadly. Yeah, that sucks. That is annoying.
Well, I hope Monday it's gonna get much better.
I hope you will have the speeds they promised and that they are stable, most of all, because just because you hit that number sometimes kind of sucks with streaming. So.
Yeah.
I can't watch 720p on Twitch though. Why? Why not?
Probably starts lagging.
40 down should be plenty for that. My speeds are stable now, just slow. Okay.
Yeah, well, good thing Monday is right around the corner.
Glad to have you all here though. We are in the finishing stretches of Danganronpa.
Also, after this, I would like to save because I'm really tired.
Sounds like a plan.
And now knowing that we're not gonna finish it anyway, I can live with saving during a class trial.
This should prove it.
Oh,
group photo!
Oh, the group photo.
Nice.
The video wasn't the only thing you tried to cover up.
Ooh.
With this group photo.
Literal Mastermind reveal, yeah. Junko. Like.
And then we are completely wrong and it now turns out it's still someone else.
Hifumi.
Has to be Hifumi.
Detective X.
Everything leads to Hifumi.
Almost never get 40 down because there's a lot on the internet all the time. That sucks. I hope it will be... Oh, like that. Yeah. Security cameras, at least one person streaming, TVs, direct TV, just so much trying to do at once. Well, then the 100 down should definitely help with that.
Soon.
Crossing all of my fingers.
All of them.
And pressing my thumbs in you at you in your general direction.
No, but internet while streaming can be an absolute bitch.
Yes. I always forget how long chapter 6 is. Oh, it's even longer.
We just make
us.
it seem long. Winky Winky.
When we were all comparing the photos we got, in all the photos, there's a certain similarity, an unusual circumstance.
What's so unusual about them?
Unusual circumstance common to all these pictures.
This one was still absolutely great. Toko's always in the back.
It's Celeste always standing in the back.
No, Toko's always in the back. Toko's even more in the back.
Can't wait for the gig speeds to be back in my grasp. Send you links set in the next 6 to 8 months. Sucks that it takes this long, but still.
Should we now think around?
No.
Okay.
Junko's face. The one thing common to every single photo is that you can't see her face.
Oh my god!
What?
Oh my god!
What?
Didn't one character even comment on that?
It's hard to believe her face would just happen to be hidden in every single picture.
In the beginning, when we all like introduced each other, someone told Junko that, hey, you know, on the covers of magazines you look a bit different. And then she goes, yeah, but that's bullshit because it's all photoshopped
true,
anyway.
That's Photoshop and stuff. True.
That was Makoto himself.
Oh, so it was actually us that said that?
But was that like a spoiler to like set up the fact that they don't quite look the way they are supposed to?
I completely forgot about that.
Did we miss that as a hint? Makoto did. That was Makoto himself. Play and find out. On it.
And on top of that, this photo, you can see that Mukuro is clearly visible. So in other words, at that point, the two of them hadn't switched yet. With all that in mind, there's no doubt that the girl whose face is hidden here is the real Junko. Which is why you had to have pictures that didn't show her face.
Thank you, Taka.
Because if we could have seen her face, then it would have clearly revealed that the Junko in the pictures wasn't the Junko that we knew. Xanadu!
I believe everything Makoto said is true.
I believe everything he said is true.
Junko and Mukuro switched places before we met either of them.
So she killed Mukuro, who had taken her place, making it look like she'd died. And the real Junko is still alive.
Still, the question is why.
The one behind this whole murderous situation.
Sorry, guys.
She's the true mastermind and the ultimate despair. Xanadu times 2!
With this, the identity and the crimes of the Mastermind have been exposed.
Tell him, Makoto, because I believe you. Kyoko Kyugi. Ultimate detective, I might want to add.
Tell them about the thingy too.
Mention the thing.
The thing, no, the other thing as well.
If you think about it, Byakuya and Kyoko are very much like my grandmother, who's in her late 80s. Oh, do the thing. Can you get me the thing?
You also do that. I also do that.
Whatever.
You can't do that when you do it yourself on a daily basis.
You just had to ruin it, didn't you?
Don't bother trying to deny it. There's no more room for debate. You don't have anywhere...
But saving somewhere.
In a moment.
Right now.
No, this is a good point to stop. Oh, yeah, this
Yes.
is a good point to save.
No!
I hate you.
Let's finish this and then save.
Imagine listening to me.
Told you no saving in a minigame.
Imagine listening.
We both told you. Yes, you did. You overestimated my ability to understand what you said.
Imagine. Oh my god.
I did not expect this to happen already. Let's quickly get through this. So,
This would have been perfect for Friday.
you talk a lot. Let's get through this. Where did they keep the body? In the morgue. Oh wait, there are hints.
That body is very unholy.
Thank you for the bits.
Thank you so
Thank you
much
very
for
much.
the bits.
That's what I get for not listening or understanding, rather.
Why was I silver? Because Ranger beat you with one
Yes.
biddy.
That is true. This is a two-part class trial. You finish next time, maybe even with time to spare. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Let's get through the manga drawing and then save. And then
That
do the rest on
is
Friday.
fine. Thank you, Riggs.
Thank you so much. What was the identity of the ultimate fashionista who I met in the main hall? I guess this thing?
So far, that makes sense.
Yeah. So that one was somewhat straightforward. The Mastermind attacked me with something. What was it? A knife. When was the... Blalala. When the masked mastermind attacked
How could
me,
we have gone when I was attacked?
who was it that stopped them? Her. After the surprise attack failed, the Mastermind fled my room.
I'm guessing that one. No, the other one. That one. That looks like fleeing away.
Yes. What did the Mastermind do with the mask after they took it off? They placed it on the body. What was the condition of a dead body when it was first found in the garden? This.
Okay, then Kyoko got blown away.
Here's exactly what happened.
It's still part of the minigame.
Yeah.
We met the ultimate fashionista, Junko and Oshima, right after we all arrived here. But that wasn't the real Junko. The girl we saw before us was actually the 16th student who had taken Junko's place. And that girl's name was Mukuro Ikusawa. But it wasn't long before she died at the hands of Monokuma. In other words,
Same day, no?
Mastermind, Junko and Oshima. Her body was kept in a biolab, which had been converted into a morgue, until Junko decided to put her body to use.
And easily done because none of us could access anything but the first floor.
Yeah,
That
well,
wasn't
she had
ground
access.
floor. Yeah.
See how unholy that body is?
Wow. Unholy.
Literally.
She fabricated the murder to try and frame Kyoko, who proved to be one big thorn in her side. Meanwhile, she wanted us all to think Mukuro was still alive and hiding somewhere inside the school.
Watch out for her.
So she put on a mask and then attacked me. After making sure I'd gotten a good look at the mask, she left the room. Then she put the same mask on Mukuro's body. This was all to make us think the person who attacked me and the corpse were one and the same.
Dun dun dun.
She wanted us to believe the murder had only recently taken place.
Well, I gotta applaud you guys. For what? But we're actually close to the end in under
For
100
figuring
hours?
it out. Which means we are right and there is no big plot twist.
At first I didn't think you'd get this.
The body swap was very far-fetched.
Finally, by strapping a bomb to the body, she was able to destroy any remaining evidence.
To be honest, the likelihood of having two people that have exactly the same vitals is not impossible, but unlikely.
That is very true.
Clap, 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 clap.
All the clapping.
Thank you, Beth.
Death.
It sounded right to my ears, but
That one sounded pretty good, didn't it?
I knew that body from the chapter 5 death was one that got hit with the spears right away due to the fake nails. Yeah, but the thing is with fake nails, you can put them on everybody. They're fake, so.
That is true.
I would not have made that connection.
She needed to hide the body's true identity.
Did it sound good? Yes!
She's just typing that to make you feel better.
Yeah, probably. No, the only thing I wasn't fully sure of was the body swapping.
Which one of them died? As in, was it
As in,
Junko
which
dying
one
twice
is
or was it
now
Mukuro
currently
dying twice?
alive? But in that regard, you were right. Made sense in the end, but...
Yeah, because if you bring up a character, then and not know you, know you.
You.
You know we love you.
She wanted to make sure we didn't find out it was actually the same person we'd met in the beginning. This is the truth behind Mukuro's murder. And the one who carried it all out is the true mastermind. The one controlling Monokuma.
Meta reasoning OP. Yep.
I still want to know, though, why
Complete.
she killed her.
That's the whole story behind this
Like, I want to know the background story, what pissed him off to that point.
Yes! Now, Tifa, do you need to be explained to again what a cliffhanger is?
Wow, this would have been perfect. Seriously.
Next time. Wait, no! The first part is almost over. But we have to go to bed. Just keep going on for like 2 minutes. No!
Okay, 2 minutes I can do that.
I don't. I don't.
Well, then don't.
Sorry, Shrift. Got a cliffhanger this one.
2 minutes is 3 hours.
I'm with Evie on this one. 2 minutes in-game time is 3 hours with us.
But on Friday, we will continue until
Yes.
it's the con. I can already say that.
Bad? What is bad? You know, it's this weird European thing. Christ, I'll be back Friday. Shrift, you know we love you. If we could keep playing a little bit longer, we would, but I'm pretty sure that once we get into that last stretch, I would not want to like take a break in between. Like Grandpa
is true
says,
as well.
not interrupt the build-up. Like, and I want to be able to actually pay attention to it, not think here, wondering, I should be going to bed already, I should be sleeping at some point.
I'm not yawning because I'm bored. I'm yawning because I didn't sleep that well the past few days, and I do have an early appointment tomorrow, unfortunately.
Have a good sleep, you two. Bye. We're still here. We are not immediately gone.
Thanks for hanging there. And thanks for the egg, as always.
Always
Egg
thank
is
you
best
for the
egg.
egg. No. Let's
Do some sit-ups, Jack. It will
really,
wake you up.
Fody. Really? Now? Really? Wow.
I sleep on
Wow.
a pile of straw. Never knew what a bed felt like. Like with you, I'm not even sure if you actually... Oh.
Thank you, Rick.
Oh, fine.
Thank you very much. Now let me put this over here.
All of
Put
the
that
movement.
over there for a moment.
Let's not get...
Me turn the workout cam on. No, I was joking. I just wanted to make you laugh. This is a German
Now he's
stream.
doing them.
This is serious business.
Hey, some people actually prefer to sleep on stuff like that. Like, who knows? Have you read the meme in the Discord about the guy that made a nest out of jeans and
Exactly.
towels?
I don't think less of you for what you sleep on. If you want to sleep on a nest, be my guest. I mean, I wouldn't. But...
I would make a nest out of like blankets, if anything.
Also, for the bricks, workout is serious business.
Fuck the rest.
Well, also, I can get these done rather quickly. This is literally the first time someone hit us with these today. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I think I skipped one accidentally.
Then do another one.
Ah, I did. Straight in the yum-yums. Man, am I glad I put my foot down and bought these yoga mats.
Nice mats, they look horrible.
Thank you. I was gonna say the mats are new. Yes. Yes, they are. I figure we spend so much time laying on the ground there, we might as well, you know, increase our comfort. Chop straight to the belly, as it should be.
It's slightly better, but...
You know how dumb I am?
What?
I've done so much automation stuff through Leoran board now, but I still haven't done one for the workout cam.
I imagine.
Probably by Friday. Well, a good workout before bed will make
Sounds
you
more
sleep
like
better.
the weekend.
I should work out more then because I sleep like shit.
I still think I sleep weird because of the moldy cake.
Yeah, Fody, that was my internal phase when I realized, wait, why didn't I automate the one thing I do the most? It's like...
You have to redo 12 hours of work on it? Why? Was it for the ending thing you had set up?
Excuse me, moldy cake, yes, really, real quick story because apparently someone did not hear the story yet. The other day we went over to my grandparents and my dad for Easter. to celebrate family, mandatory family fun time basically. And they had cake. They made raspberry cake, you know.
Really tasty. With fresh
Layer of
raspberries
cake,
and stuff.
layer of pudding, fresh raspberries, and then some like stuff on top so that it doesn't dry out. Why do I describe the cake? Because it will matter in a moment. So we didn't finish it, of course not, it was way too much, so they gave us 4 pieces to take along. Next day we ate a piece, it was all fine. The day after that, so 3 days after the cake had been made, I give a piece of the cake to Tifa, I take out one myself, I start eating it, not thinking anything, I'm enjoying my raspberry pudding cake. Tifa already went full Kirby, inhaled it. And I'm the kind of person that sometimes I look at what I'm eating, I don't just
I sometimes do too.
inhale it myself. And I pick apart for some dumb reason, I didn't think of anything. I pick apart one raspberry and I realize there's mold in there.
He's like, Tifa, stop!
So instinctively, immediately I yell out, Tifa, stop eating! And he's like, too late. It could have not been more than a minute. 2 at most.
Must have been longer than that.
Yes, she went full Kirby. Basically, gone.
That's what you do with tasty cake.
Yay,
You say
more
what you want
stories.
about your grandmother, but she makes great cake.
She can make great cakes. So, of course, I threw the rest of my cake away, but it was too late. I already ate like at least 3/4 of it. Tifa ate a whole piece. Now, there is no proof that we ate moldy cake. Maybe it was just that one piece of raspberry in the thing I saw, but we both like to blame it on the fact that we have been sleeping badly last couple days, on the fact that we ate moldy cake. She also thinks her vivid nightmares and dreams lately have come from the mold.
It
Apparently.
makes sense. It kind of turned into magic mushrooms, I bet.
I don't know. I'm not saying you should eat moldy raspberries to get high. Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah, during the day you don't
Don't.
notice anything. Kicks in at night.
I want raspberry cake. Raspberry cake is delicious.
Raspberry cake is so good.
I wish all of you right now could have a non-moldy slice of raspberry cake.
The best raspberry cake ever, though, is from that stand at the market in Amsterdam. That
If
has
you-
like this raspberry stand, basically. It is so good.
I think it has this really funny name like Raspberry Max or something with like 2 X's.
Yeah, I'm
If
not
you
sure
ever
what the
get
name
the
is.
chance to go to Amsterdam on a Saturday morning near the central station, there is a market. They have a stall with like raspberry products.
Yeah, like
So good.
marmalades, but also cakes, and it is so good. Like best raspberry cake I've had.
Night nurse, but make it moldy. No, don't eat mold. No, don't.
That did not make me want to eat raspberry cake. Just don't eat it like two days later, because I'm guessing she made it like 1 day in advance.
Well, even 2 days later would normally be fine unless the raspberry started to mold.
Yeah, maybe check them then.
Yeah, just make sure that the food you eat is safe to consume. That's all we ask.
It was a very good cake, I have no regrets.
That made me want to avoid it. I would still eat the cake. I mean, not if it's molding, of course. But raspberry cake without mold sounds great.
Yeah.
She must have accidentally used moldy raspberries. Now I think it just was
I think
very
it
ripe
started
already.
on it.
And then it started dying while it was unraveled.
Because she also gave us a package of fresh raspberries, and those also started to get moldy
Yeah,
the next
like
day.
the next morning we had to like throw away like a quarter of them and could still salvage the rest because they went bad really fucking
It
fast.
went really fast.
Yeah.
Which sucks, because raspberries are fucking expensive. Let's go start a rate.
Who do you want to rate, Tifa?
Who are we rating? Let's go have
I
a
don't know.
quick look.
You tell me. That sounds like a plan. Let's go for something completely different.
Let's go say hi to Rick's dad.
Bedtime, yes. We're going to rate the dad of a one and only Snack_Ricks. King Regulot, who's currently playing Borderlands 3. I'm only partially doing this so that Rix can say hi to his dad.
Been lurking with no sound, work got busy,
That is
do not
perfectly
worry.
fine. That's perfectly fine. He is live, he isn't showing live on my end, but maybe you want to think about that. You can ask him in a moment. How about that? He is playing Borderlands 3, which I have come to enjoy, playing with the great Eevee and Sauceballs, and of course Fodigoat. Hope we can get that going again this week.
Is this your dad, right, though? Wait, yes it is.
Yes, I only follow one person whose username is King Regulot, unless he gave the account to someone else. That's him.
Yeah, but I got...
That's him. Yeah.
You made me doubt, like he's been on for like 45 minutes or something.
You called Sauce great? Are you on drugs?
I didn't see Sauce play.
When eventually he did show up, I don't recall him doing that bad, did he? I was too focused on not trying to look stupid myself. I mean, any more than I usually do. So.
That is true.
Now, everybody, thank you so much for hanging with us. Sorry for the cliffhanger. We will resolve this on Friday, hopefully.
Yes, Friday it will be finished.
Tifa, end of stream dance.
Yes. Thank you guys so much for hanging with us.
When he did show up, he was present. Possible. Everybody, thank you so much. Love you all.
Yeah.
And